the cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another season of high school football here on Indiana SRN. We're ready to open things up for a brand new year, week after week for the next 14, I believe, maybe even 15, depending on how Coach Myers wants to work it this year. Tonight, Mount Vernon looking to come off a very disappointing season a year ago. They have a familiar face as their head coach. We'll talk more about that in a couple of moments. The Wildcats of Kokomo went 4-7 last year. They have a brand new coach coming into this season as well. High school football in Indiana SRN brought to you by Morales Group Staffing, empowering people and building futures. Hancock County LifeWise Academy. Every student becomes a story of hope that can reshape a generation. Wheeler Mission. Hope changes lives, and hope starts here. Also by Burtner Electric, your trusted electrician partners since 1986. Piper Logistics. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partners. Class 101. Our mission is to empower students, serve families, and inspire greatness. The Indianapolis Star, working tirelessly to make this place you call home much better. Boilermaker Local 374, representing highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. And the Indiana SRN Sports Page, sports coverage coast to coast and border to border. Beautiful night here in Kokomo. We're ready to get another year underway. Troy Naragowski along with Coach Keith Myers. I know there's a lot of excitement to begin a new year, and both these programs hoping to really rebound from a disappointing year a year ago. We're certainly more interested maybe in Mount Vernon. We cover them on a regular basis. Mike Kirshner is back, but on the other side, a Wildcat football program that went 4-7 last year, but they have high hopes under a new head coach.
How about the open door that Kokomo gave us? I mean, open up and they gave us front row seats to the press box. They gave us nachos and cheeseburgers and hamburgers. Oh.
That's because you slipped a couple of them, a buck or two, I can tell.
Yeah, you could tell. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But what a great facility, and I'm ready for a great year of football. We have 43 games on our schedule, which we're pretty excited about.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it all begins tonight. In fact, we have 2 other games. We'll talk about those coming up a little bit later as well. But, Coach, let's just, before we get into the real meat of these 2 teams here in a couple of moments, there are 2 teams just trying to rebound from disappointing years last season.
Especially Mount Vernon, 0-10 season, a really tough season. Brought Kirshner back. He's looking to build on some things that they need to start with, and it has to start tonight. Everything that you taught your kids this summer, they need to take that and play with it and run with it. And I think you'll see a little bit different attitude on Mount Vernon team than you did last year.
You know, it wasn't that long ago they won a state championship. Coach Kirshner goes to Ben Davis. They win a state title. Now he is back after, 6 years, hoping to regain that glory. That's a hard thing to do. Now,
state titles, excellent coach, motivates well, community loves him, speaks well of the kids, speaks well of the program, new athletic director at Mount Vernon, so everything's kind of new for Mount Vernon, and we'll see what happens here.
We're going to talk about this Mount Vernon team in depth. We've got a couple of players we want to really focus on here as well as we go into tonight's game. Their quarterback is going to look a little bit different. Now, Mason Meyer, we might see him tonight at quarterback.
Goes around him, either going to be quarterback or he's going to be wide receiver. He will adjust when they need to adjust.
Yeah, and by the way, we will see the starter tonight. That's going to be Luke Dirks. He is a senior. We'll talk more about him coming up in a few moments as well. As we continue to take a look at this Mount Vernon team, we want to spotlight another player that is going to be vital to this team on the defensive side, especially offense. They did struggle a year ago with only 13 points per game, but their defense is going to be a catalyst again this season. They'll play a 4-3 defense under Coach Kirshner, and they've got some guys.
In their defense, linebacker got really good speed, has great feet, and can catch the ball as well. If the ball's up in the air and he grabs it, he can go.
Yeah, and their linebackers, again, relatively small, other than B.J. Johnson, who goes 6'2", 196 pounds. But their front 4, they're not big either, but they're a lot quicker, and that certainly could be a big key for this defense this year. Let's go to the Kokomo Marching Band for tonight's National Anthem.
National Anthem, today's Star Spangled Banner, will be performed by the Kokomo Wildcat Marching Band.
Kokomo Marching Band on a beautiful night for high school football here in the state of Indiana.
That band finished 4th in the state Indiana State Fair competition earlier this month.
I was not at the competition, but I was at the state fair that day, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
They were all over the place, band members everywhere.
Well, if they got corn dogs, man, I should have been there.
Oh, they have great ice cream, by the way, too.
Let's
I had
move
some
on.
of that. Well, Mount Vernon, we mentioned them 0-10 last year, and certainly when you talk about Coach Kirchner, but we also have a coach on the other side that we want to talk about, and he was part of this staff a year ago, so it's not that he's unfamiliar.
He has gray hair yet. He's going to learn, but he was here last year, so he's building on something that he saw and see if they can vastly improve on that.
Let's talk about a couple of the players. Let's start first off with their quarterback. And I might want to remind you, Coach, they used 5 quarterbacks last year.
5.
One of them was this guy right here, Luke Callaway. Callaway gets
as well. Might be pretty impressive. 5 quarterbacks, though, you got to swoop.
Well, when you're struggling offensively, you certainly understand why. You
got to come up with something.
Yeah, the mixture. Let's talk a little bit about this Kokomo defense, and certainly we're going to have keys to the game coming up in just a few moments as well. But you look at that defense, they'll play a 4-3 as well.
Yep.
And last year, when you look at the defense, they gave up 327 points on the year. That was third highest, or should say fourth highest, in the North Central Conference. They were behind Lafayette Jeff and Muncie Central in overall defense. But let's talk a little bit about another player we're going to look at right here on their defense. But they're going to use a lot of kids, I'm sure, again here tonight as they get ready for this season opener.
Yeah, defensively, that's where it starts.
Yeah.
It starts with the defense.
Other leaders that are back from a year ago, so watch him. Now, the only concern you might have is when your defensive backs are leading the team in tackles. That's probably not a good thing. You'd certainly like those guys up front to have the leaders in tackles for sure. Tell you what, we're going to come back. The Wildcats are ready to come out on the field. The Marauders will be out in moments as well. We'll run down the IndianaSRN preseason football poll. Coach has keys to the games coming up as well, and we've got a whole bunch of big games in the state of Indiana coming up on this first night of high school football. It's all right here on IndianaSRN.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Back here in Kokomo, there are the Wildcats. They're ready to go here tonight. The Marauders lining up. They'll be out next. The preseason polls are out for a brand new year. There you see the Wildcats as they make their way on the run out here. They're like dogs waiting to get to some fresh meat here, aren't they?
Well, they're Wildcats, man. Let us out, Coach. Let us out.
Yeah, let us out. Let's go.
There we go.
Beautiful facility here, by the way, in Kokomo as well.
Yeah.
And it's one of the top high school football facilities in the state of Indiana. Let's go ahead and do the preseason poll. according to the voters on the IndianaSRN staff. Some of them we've let out of the state hospital to do this. Brownsburg, the number 1 team in 6A, followed by Warren Central, Carmel, Westfield, and Lawrence North. And by the way, Brownsburg, Lawrence North tonight. In 5A, New Pal, we have them number 1, followed by Bloomington South, Castle, Plainfield, and Cathedral. As we move to 4A, East Central number 1, followed by Chittard, Hobart, Jasper, and East Noble. In 3A, Adams Central, followed by the defending 2A champions Andrean, Twin Lakes, Tri-West, and Lawrenceburg. As we move to 1A, or I should say 2A, South Putnam, the state champions from 1A a year ago. We have them number 1 in 2A. Then it's LaPel, Eastern, Greentown, Tipton, and Indianapolis Lutheran. And finally in single A, South Adams number 1, followed by Pioneer, Frontier, Riverton Park, and Milan. We have one of several polls that come out each and every year. Coach, before we get to keys to the game, here's some of the big games in 6A tonight. Number 1 Brownsburg opens up at number 6 Lawrence North.
They're not a seat in house. Not a seat in the house.
Not a seat in the house for sure. Number 2 Westfield plays at number 6 Homestead. We won't go through every one of these, but there are several of them we will mention and try to get you scores as we go throughout the night. Number 3 Carmel opens up against number 11 Fishers. Also number 5 Warren Central will be at number 6 Center Grove. Also tonight in games to watch in 5A, how about Bloomington South at Bloomington North? That's number 3 and number 14, a team we're going to see soon. Number 3 Bishop Chittard, they're on the road at number 4 Lafayette Jeff tonight. That should be a great game.
Should be a great game.
And a good opener there for the Trojans as well. So those are just some of the big games going on tonight, but it's always time for, as you see, the captains meeting at midfield. We want to get to the keys to the game. Coach, let's start with Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon has to get off to a quick start. If they get the ball, I think they need to run their offense. I don't think they have to score, but they have to get some plus yardage early in the game. They have just deferred, so they're going to play defense next. I think then you got to watch the turnovers, and then I think the big access is how their defense will play. Yeah. Their offense will happen, maybe not quick, but defensively, how do they stop Kokomo? For Kokomo, home court, baby. You didn't have to travel. You got your cheeseburger early in the day. You're ready to rock and roll. Our sound system is now working. I heard our music is going. You're going to have a great time, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say hello to our good old friend Ron Ewing. Been around a long, long time. Played for a great university called Purdue, and graduate of Mount Vernon. But Ron, thank you very much. Appreciate you and appreciate what you do behind the scenes. A lot of people help during the week, and Ron has been really lifting up my hands over the last couple of weeks.
Is that the Purdue team that is predicted 18th in the Big Ten this year?
I think that was the Purdue team that went to the Rose Bowl.
Oh, okay, but not this year. You're not talking about this year.
We're going to go to the national championship.
Yeah, you are. Oh, you got seats there, do you?
Yeah. For Mount Vernon, Coach Kirshner told me he needs his seniors to step up. They have to show the senior leadership. And he said the summer was all about conditioning and learn how to play football again and how important attendance is.
That's a key, isn't it? Green is deep along with Smith for the Wildcats. And we're ready to get this one underway. It was a warm day today, hit around 85, light breeze here in Kokomo, but a beautiful night to get things underway. In fact, I think we had just one delay over in the Greenfield area, which was one of our other games on our family networks here, and this will be squibbed along the ground, and ball is loose, and I think maybe the Marauders have recovered it on special teams.
Wow. How about an onside kick to start the season?
Looked like that was Ian McCullough who recovered, and I'm not sure if that was an onside kick, if it was meant to be or not, but nonetheless, it's going to be Marauder football at the 37-yard line, so a good start for Mount Vernon and Coach Kirshner.
Wow. Big-time play.
Last year they finished 0-10. They lost in the sectional 45-14 in their final game of the year, and that's when they decided they needed a coaching change, and that's exactly what they did. Luke Dirks, 6'1", 155, and a senior on first down. will set the offense for you as they will spread it out. 4 receivers. And Dirks to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Dirks at the 30 and goes out of bounds. Nice gain. And it will be Meyer, not Dirks, as the starting quarterback. So Dirks was listed as the starter.
He fooled us again.
He did on our depth chart, but it will be Mason Meyer. Last year, 1,150 yards through the air, 423 yards on the ground. So Meyer, not Dirks, gets the start tonight. They'll run the football up the middle. That's going to be Kobe James. James enough for a first down. So why would they list Dirks and then go with Meyer? What do you think the reasoning is?
He didn't want to show it. He didn't want IndianaSRN know everything. I think maybe he felt pretty good in the locker room, and he had a good warm-up and said, well, let's give the kid a shot. I think they're pretty happy right now.
Well, they've been the starting quarterback over the last couple of years. End around to Hampton. Hampton out of bounds, far side. Very close to another first down for the Marauders. So it's Meyer at quarterback. Robinson, Walker, Hull, Weatherington, and Hotka on the offensive line with McCullough, along with Johnson, Hampton, the 3 receivers that were listed as the starters in the lineup. That's McCullough split wide to the left. It'll be second down and short. And they will run the football. This will be James, and James, good second effort, gets close to the 10.
I think he got it. Boy, I tell you what, he had plenty of lane up in the middle. Did some dancing, but they got the first down.
B.J. Johnson, one of the 3 receivers here to the near side. James Battie is also in the lineup. And now they'll take Johnson and move him left. Handoff once again. It'll be Kobe James. Not much this time.
The hole was there, and it shut down quick, didn't it?
Yeah, up front you have Wolfel along with Whitfield, May, and Smith. The linebackers, Walkup, Evans, Rund, and Rush. And the defensive backs are Smith, Carey, Pugh, and Green for the Wildcats. So it'll be second down and 10. No gain in the last run. Meyer's been the starting quarterback over the last 2 seasons. He again was scheduled to be the starting wide receiver tonight, but they've got him in at quarterback. Handoff, and this one inside the 10. That'll be Kobe James. He's going to be a tough one to bring down. 6 foot, 190 pounds. And, of course, they had Jaliba Brogan last year, ran for over 1,100 yards and had 13 touchdowns on the ground.
The more Meyer has positive yardage, the more his confidence will get, and the better he will settle down in this game.
Third down. Inside the 10-yard line, and Meyer to throw for the first time. Flushed out of the pocket.
He's got him open at the end.
Throws over the middle, and he throws an interception. Probably an ill-advised throw. It's down to the 1-yard line, and on the interception, number 26, Cam Smith.
I think what you want to do there, though, you really want to drop down and drop in the end zone so you get the ball out on the 20, but now the ball's on almost like the 1-yard line. Here's the pass. This is where he lost his receivers wide open on the other side of the field, and that's a nice interception.
It's not a good throw, though, by Meyer. So now the Marauder defense is out. We'll see Kokomo step on the field. Luke Callaway last year, we mentioned, 956 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions, a 63% completion percentage. And he'll bring the Wildcats, and they're going to have to get a little room to maneuver here down at the 1-yard line. In the backfield, see if we can pick up who the starting tailback will be. I think both teams have made a change as you get a little jump here on the left side. That's number 52. Katz, 6'6", 285, and a senior who jumped. Ethan Merrill will be the starting tailback. They had Jawan Dunn listed on their depth chart, but it will be Merrill.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you get half the distance when one? Do you just put it at the? Did you
scoot it back a little
just
bit?
A little bit.
Just a little bit. So now the Wildcats with their backs against the wall, and they'll get a little breathing room here with Merrill on the carry to the 5-yard line.
You know who's really happy that they're playing defense right now?
Who?
Mount Vernon, because they're getting to hit somebody else other than their teammate.
Yeah, true.
Kokomo's the same way. They've been hitting their buddy for 5 or 6 weeks. Now I can hit somebody.
That's what we do when we have those staff meetings.
Oh, yeah. We hit each other, headbutt each other.
Yeah.
Well, now that Chuck's back, he brings his World Championship Wrestling belt.
Yeah, aren't we excited?
Oh, yeah.
2nd down and 6. Now for the Wildcats. And they'll look to throw. Callaway puts it in the air, and there's nobody there. I'm not sure who that might have been intended for, but it wasn't close to anyone. The nearest receiver was Pugh, the senior, at 5'8", 165. And now it's going to be 3rd down and 6. Again, the football at the 5-yard line. Defensively for Mount Vernon, Patterson, Walker, Robinson, and Battie up front with B.J. Johnson. We mentioned Spalding in the middle of that defense. Clarkson, the other of the 3 linebackers, with Holloway, Anderson, Terry, and Crenshaw, the defensive backs. They'll look to throw again, almost intercepted. Boy, both quarterbacks a little bit shaky early, aren't they?
Yep. Play clock was down to 1 second, too.
Pass intended that time for Pugh, and here comes the punting unit now for the Wildcats, and once again the Marauders are going to have excellent field position here.
Interception didn't really hurt you.
Didn't hurt him at all.
Kokomo to punt, number 23, Ethan Merrill.
This will be Merrill standing in his own end zone, and an end-over-end kick. It'll be Crenshaw at about the 42. Crenshaw bouncing to the outside and makes a nice move, but a flag is down. I think we might have a block in the back from what I could see from here. I want to remind you this broadcast is a copyright production of IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Any use, reproduction, recording, or unauthorized transmission of audio, video, or any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of IndianaSRN and the IHSAA is strictly prohibited. Well, that penalty will move things back for the Marauders. Well, neither team exceptionally sharp in their first drives other than...
Oh, they're going to call a clip.
Yeah. Other than Mount Vernon moving the football a little bit after the unintentional onside kick, but nonetheless, Mount Vernon will take it at the 50. Meyer will stay in as the quarterback, and he'll work with the 4 receivers. Meyer, quick hitter, ball caught inside the 50 down to the 45. That'll be Hampton on the reception, the junior at 5'11", 162. Crew, one of the young receivers from an experience standpoint. They ended up losing Riker Bear, who was their leading receiver from a year ago with 30 receptions and 7 touchdowns. So it'll be 2nd down and 5, football at the 45-yard line. Meyer the handoff. It'll be James once again, and James may get about a yard. So just like that, 3rd down.
Yeah, spinning around there. You got to get to the hole a little bit quicker.
The offensive line we mentioned isn't real big. In fact, Kiefer Weatherington is their biggest at 285, and everybody else is around the 240, 230 range. In fact, Hotka, their right tackle, is only 200. So they're not real big up front. Meyer, play action. Plenty of room in front of him to run.
Time. Go.
And he's going to head to the sideline and get the 1st down. made a better decision with the football this time. Instead of throwing it into coverage, it'll be first down for the Marauders inside the 35.
And the defensive coverage was excellent there for Kokomo.
Want to remind you that sportsmanship starts with you. We ask that you respect the officials and respect the game. First down, Marauders. No score here in our opening period of play. Meyer will put a man in motion. Handoff. It'll be James, and James fighting his way to the 31.
The offense looks pretty good, don't you think, early?
Well, other than driving down to the goal line and throwing an interception.
Are you being picky?
I am.
Okay. Fine.
My thing is you struggled offensively last year. When you're given an opportunity like that, you got to score.
Yeah, you're right.
Meyer to throw. Here comes pressure. Meyer being chased to the far side, uses his speed to the sideline. Looks like he may get the first down. He did.
He's quick.
Well, when you have Hagen Smith chasing you from behind, the 6'2", 210-pound senior,
you would want to run pretty quick.
You go fast,
it's like
too.
Jerry at the concession stand. He runs really hard to get to the concession
stand.
stand.
Yeah, especially after he saw you eating all those burgers.
I just had one that you noticed.
Yeah, that I noticed. First down, Marauders. Coming up on 6 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter.
An official timeout.
Looks like they may be sending B.J. Johnson to the sideline.
The knees are showing on his pants. Go fix your pants. There you go.
And his replacement coming into the lineup also pulling his pants down. Chasen Hart immediately got the memo.
Can't show the knee.
And we've got a timeout by Mount Vernon. They want to talk about it. No score, 6:20 to go, opening period.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Back here at Kokomo High School, Mount Vernon getting the timeout. They had a couple of things to talk about after they had to stop play just moments ago.
I guarantee you, Coach said, I told you about the knee. A couple years ago, remember Ron Qualls? We did a little scrimmage, and the first thing he said was, nail them by the knee.
Yeah.
They had a great scrimmage, and he just yells at this kid for about 10 minutes.
My question is, how long is it going to take them
They
to
see
just
in college.
Yeah, they're doing it there. Why not do it here?
Well, in college football, you wear Bermuda
Bermuda shorts.
Yeah, those.
The kind you have on.
Yeah. These are SRN shorts.
Oh,
yeah.
Very nice. Haven't seen those.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have one?
I don't have one.
Oh.
I don't have one of those nice new shirts that you gave the other staff member who's on the broadcast tonight at another location.
Gracious.
But that's okay. First down and 10, man in motion, and a whistle and flags fly. That was Hampton in motion, and it looks like it's going to go against the Marauders. Well, nope, they're going to say it's going to go against Kokomo. Got an offsides penalty here. So
wow.
It's going to move him down 5 yards.
Now you got, is it first or?
It'll stay first down and 5 now. Second time now the Marauders have been in the red zone. Can they score this time? Meyer to throw, flushed out of the pocket. Meyer, very elusive. Will he get rid of it? He does. I'm not sure who the intended target was. The closest man was Ian McCullough. But he was out of the pocket. Good pressure again for the Wildcats defensively. You know, we mentioned that Kokomo defense. You got those guys up front anywhere from 210 to 250, but they're very quick, and they've been able to get to the quarterback on a regular basis. It's a good thing that Meyer is as elusive as he is.
Or he would have been sacked at least 3 times.
Yes. They're going to run the football this time to James.
Gotta get to
James
sticks.
got tripped up before he got to the line of scrimmage, able to make something positive out of the carry.
I think he might be short. Short a yard.
I say that tackle was made by Hagan Smith, but I think it was Pugh who ended up getting pressure on him. And now Meyer's going to try to find some running room over that left side, and he's going to go down. Looks like no gain.
Oh, no, they're going to give him the first down, Troy.
Oh, my. That's a nice spot right there if they did.
They sure did.
I'm not sure he got there.
We got to bring in the chains. We will.
Well, they got a really, really nice spot right there.
Well, this is the first one of the night for us, so what do you say?
Well, the way it looks like to me from that official on the far side, I think he got it.
I think he got it by about an inch.
Want to remind you, tonight's game brought to you by Morales Group Staffing. They're connecting people with purpose and helping build better futures, one story at a time.
Everybody on the Mount Vernon team is signaling first down.
And I'm sure they would be.
Well, we could bring out the chains, can't we, fellas?
They only have to bring him out right to there. They put the football right there. Yeah, I've never seen that either where they take the football to the chains, though, but they did.
And he
got it by the length of a football. Maybe. Everybody's acting like, nope. Now they stretched it out even further, and they didn't get it.
They changed.
Okay, it's their first game, too.
I understand, but they changed the spot. He originally was on the yard line. Now he went back a yard.
Maybe it's a game of angles, Coach. I've told you that. I mean, it's always a game of angles.
You're telling me I have a bad seat here?
You always have bad eyes.
Well, that's true. We don't need any comment from anybody.
And I got to mention one other thing. You said last night you would never say anything about the officials.
I didn't.
You said he moved it back. 4th down and 1. All right. I didn't think he got in the first place, but you're right. It looks like they did move it back. If you're a Wildcat fan, you don't mind, do you?
No. But
yeah, chain guy.
The chain guy goes, "Oh, you want me to come out and get the ball? Come and get it?" Okay.
Well, nonetheless, it's going to be 4th down and 1, and it appears the Marauders are going to go for it.
Good job, chain crew.
Offset backfield.
The crowd's in the game.
They are. Marauders right now are dominating the time of possession in this opening quarter. We're at 5:52.
You got to go back to quarterback sneak.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What do you do?
Give it to one of my running backs right here. Meyer's going to keep it around the left side. Meyer, and he's going to get the first down. He may get more. Did he get into the end zone? It looks like he may have done so, and he did. How about that play for the Marauders on 4th down and 1, and they score.
13-yard touchdown, Mount Vernon.
So it'll be a 13-yard touchdown by Mason Meyer. And the Marauders lead at 6-0. You getting some football advice there, are you?
I am.
So now, chance to add one more.
I love this motion. You put everybody on one side, and you know you're going to move.
Keegan Rauch in with the extra point. It is good, and the Marauders lead it 7-0 with 5:46 to go, first period.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Back here in Kokomo, Marauders lead it 7-0 on the Mason Meyer 13-yard touchdown run on 4th down and 1. So the Wildcats will get it back, though, as I mentioned a little bit ago, Coach, right now Mount Vernon is dominated in time of possession in that opening quarter. And they'll get their defense ready to go to work in an early 7-0 lead. Another one squibbed along the ground, takes a high hop, goes over more than one Wildcat. Will it be another opportunity here for Mount Vernon to recover a kick? And it looks like the Wildcats are going to get it back. Let's take a look at the scoring run here by Mason Meyer. You see the offset backfield too. Could have given an indication they were going to go left. But you have 2 lead blockers right there and a missed tackle. And there's another missed tackle.
He found a gap right there. Nice job.
Yeah, 2 missed tackles.
9 plays, 50 yards, 2 minutes and 32 seconds time of possession. Covenant Christian leads Park Tudor 7-6 in the second quarter, midway through. We'll keep you updated on all the scores tonight. That Covenant Christian Park Tudor game, you know, a lot of people say, well, that's a 2A game. That's an important game because those teams are in sectional play.
First down and 10 for the Wildcats. Football at the 16-yard line. They will shift in the backfield. And they will run the football. Here's Merrill once again. There's nothing there against that defense. Front 4, Patterson, Walker, Robinson, and Petit clogging up some holes there for the Marauders.
That defense is looking pretty hungry today.
The other one in there, number 62, is Maurice Williams Jr. He goes at 235, and by the way, he's just a freshman.
Ready to play clock. It's at 19. There's a new graphic for us this year. Got the ready for play clock. Pretty sharp, huh?
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Second down and 11.
And then you got to delay a game.
Yep. Well, the Kokomo offense struggling here in this opening quarter.
You know, you get that 40 seconds. Got to get that play in. Got to get that call. Now you got 25 seconds.
Now, last year we mentioned Callaway with his ability to complete passes to see if he can do something with the offense. Swing pass to the outside, has a lead blocker, and it's going to be a big gain. Looked like that may have been Merrill on the reception, and yards after the catch.
He felt like he was not down, but referee says, no, your momentum stopped. But that's pretty good quick pass right there.
It's going to be, it might have been Ben Carey, 10 receptions a year ago. As a team last year, Kokomo gave up 164 yards through the air per game. They'll quick pass this one to the outside in a short gain offensively.
sports update for you, brought to you by our good friends at The Grill. 2 minutes and 5 seconds in the first quarter, 7-7. Greenfield and Alexandria. The Grill, great place to eat. I think they're watching the game in the grill tonight, on the grill tonight, in the dining room area. Hello, everybody.
So it'll be second down. Wildcats have yet to get to midfield here in the opening quarter. And there's a whistle. Merrill was beginning to shift, and it looks like a flag down against the Wildcats again, and they're having a difficult time on offense.
Well, they almost ran out of play time as well.
Against the Wildcats. Second down.
Pugh and Story, the two receivers here to the near side.
How about those bright green sneakers?
Pugh has the green sneakers and the gloves. And they'll run the football, and there's nothing there.
Nope.
That was Merrill on the carry, and he got stopped immediately.
He was bubbling that ball right when he was getting the ball.
So that's going to be third and long. They'll have to get to the 41 for a first down. So far, Kokomo hasn't had a whole lot to cheer about on offense. They need to get something going here. If they don't, Mount Vernon could have excellent field position again. And the handoff up the middle and to the 35. That's going to be Dunn, who was scheduled to be the starter tonight.
I'll tell you what, that's impressive for a broken play like that. Mount Vernon forgot to wrap and tackle.
So the football will be at the 37-yard line. They're shy of the first down. Again, they have to get to the 41. And see if the punting unit will come on the field now. And it looks like that's going to be the case. A.J. Crenshaw is deep for Mount Vernon inside his own 30. Merrill will be back to punt now for the Wildcats.
Play clock is at 1. And we got a timeout.
Timeout. Wildcats.
Well, there is a timeout on the field. The Wildcats were a man short on special teams. 1:57 to go. Opening period. Marauders lead at 7-0.
Did you know, according to the National Federation of High Schools, 80% of new officials quit the game after just 2 seasons because of abusive behavior from the stands and sidelines?
Your kid's Friday night touchdown. Just Wit HD on Roku. IndianaSRN is bringing Central Indiana high school sports right to your living room in crystal clear quality. With over 350 live contests streaming each year, from football under the lights to basketball buzzer beaters, we're putting local athletes in the spotlight. Search IndianaSRN on your Roku device today and never miss a moment of hometown glory.
And Wildcats had to burn another timeout. Now they have all their personnel on the field. Merrill inside his own 25. A high end-over-end kick, but a short kick. And it will take a Mount Vernon bounce at around the 41-yard line is where they say it went out of bounds. So 1st and 10, a good field position again for the Marauders.
Other games on the network tonight, Greenfield Central and Alexandria, and also Covenant Christian and Park Tudor. Don't forget volleyball action next week on the network on Tuesday night. We're at Covenant Christian, and a lot more football for you next week right here on IndianaSRN.
So first down. First down and 10 as you see, I believe now for the third time, Mount Vernon's had the football here in the opening quarter. We still have 1:57 remaining. It's been a long first period.
Been a long first quarter.
30 minutes to play this opening quarter right now.
Oh.
And that went in the
short.
air, and it's going to be
caught.
He
got it! Guess who it is?
Meyer.
Mason Meyer.
Dirks came in as the quarterback, Meyer as the receiver, and Meyer on the receiving end reaches up and makes the catch.
2 defenders there, and Myers goes and gets it. Watch this. Jump ball.
That was McCullough on the throw. Yeah, that should have been picked off.
Great shot by our camera guys. Nice job, crew.
Looked like Pugh was going to make the interception. And it looks like Dirks will stay in at quarterback. Sweep left. Handoff to B.J. Johnson inside the 30. And very close to the 27-yard line, depending where they spot the football.
How about Coach lifting it up a little bit,
Yeah. They're going to put it back to the 29.
Great field position.
So it'll be second down. And about 3 to go for a first down.
Play clock at 16.
By the way, Meyer in the slot to the left. Handoff up the middle. That'll be James, and he's going to get a first down. Going to mark it down at the 24-yard line. Tonight's game brought to you by Industrial and Electrical Sales of Indiana, delivering quality electrical products, expert service, and innovative solutions to contractors and industries across the Hoosier State. First down and 10, Marauders. And now Dirks to throw. Nope, it's going to be Dirks, and this time completed down to the 15-yard line. On the reception that time is Crew Hampton. So Dirks, the senior at 6'1", 155.
Second down, now Vernon.
And now they're on the march again inside the red zone one more time. Dirks will have Kobe James, and now James is going to come out of the lineup. They'll put Meyer in motion, and Meyer's going to get stuffed this time. Nowhere to go. Ball comes loose, but I think he was down. Boy, Kokomo's defense, they snuffed that out very quickly.
Boy, he ran right into the wall there.
Mark him down at the 26-yard line, very close to the 26.
They could round out the quarter here.
And I think they will, and we will go to period number 2 after 1. Mount Vernon on top of this one, 7-0.
Mount Vernon 7, Kokomo 0.
It's game day, a time to focus on the excitement and not to worry about your insurance coverage. With Indiana Farmers Insurance by your side, you can step onto the field or into the bleachers with true peace of mind, knowing your coverage is handled by local agents who care about your business, your auto, your home, and your farm as much as you do. Local insurance, local agents, here for you. Now that's what we call teamwork.
I'm Randy Stegemuller with Class 101. Students want to go to college, they want to find that dream school, and that's what we're here for.
The confidence your child feels is beyond what you imagine you're going to get out of it.
I love that I get to work with students from middle school all the way through high school. Whatever it may be, I know she's there.
We're making sure that when the package is put together at the very end and we apply to a college, that they rise to the top of the list.
How can you not sign up?
High school football brought to you by LifeWise Academy, where they're helping students build character and faith through Bible-based education.
Hey, halftime, the Grill McCordsville halftime show. We're going to bring the cheerleaders up. Cheerleader trivia.
If they don't forget.
They have, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions tonight.
I heard the first one.
You got to make it. You want them to win.
Come on. Well, they're not going to go to the grill.
I bet you Ron Ewing.
They're not going to go to the grill in McCordsville.
No, probably not. But I bet you Ron Ewing doesn't know number 3. You think he does? He never saw the ball. He always played the defense side of the ball.
Oh, my.
We want to thank the Grill for getting the girls involved in the game.
I agree. So it's going to be 3rd down and 12. Meyer back at quarterback, and this one up in the air, and it's picked off for the second time. Wildcats get their second one this time. It'll be Ben Carey.
Got a flag, late flag on the field. Got a hold against Mount Vernon. It will not stand. First down, Kokomo.
Well, Meyer just let that one hang again.
Yep. Into 1, Greenfield Central 7, Alexandria 7. Thanks to our spotters all over the state of Indiana. IndianaSRN Sports page will have some write-ups on some key games and key matchups that we're watching tonight, and also have every single score, right?
And you have your staff of writers doing the writing.
I have my staff of writers out in a lot of places tonight, yes. Man, we got you covered.
I find it amazing how our budget expanded so much this year.
I tell you what, that sports page has brought into some people. If you'd like to sponsor that sports page, give me a call.
Yeah.
We'll put you advertising on.
No kidding. First down and 10 after the interception. Football at the 19. Luke Callaway back in, trying to get this Wildcat offense going. Callaway has time, throws, and misses his target. That was Pugh, the intended receiver. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
We got a nice little crowd on hand tonight, too.
Beautiful night.
Mount Vernon, the Marauders brought some fans today.
Yep.
35-minute drive from Fortville. What's it take us, 45 minutes to get here?
50.
50? Well, Jerry was driving.
Yeah.
If you were driving,
it'd have been 25.
Easy.
2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Callaway, and again, before he can get the play off, we have another whistle. We mentioned earlier the Wildcats have yet to get to the 50-yard line. They've just struggled in this first half offensively, and most of the time it's just been of their own cause. We'll have all the official stats at halftime as well, and try to update you on some of the other scores on our first night of high school football here in the state of Indiana.
What a beautiful night.
It is. Will you be saying that in late October into November, though?
With my winter parka on.
Parka or parka?
That too. 2
2nd down and 15. Wildcats will run the football to the 20. And then he lost the football, and stripping it away was B.J. Johnson. Are they going to whistle him down, though?
They are going to get to Mount Vernon.
Yeah, Jawan Dunn was the ball carrier. He had it stripped out of his hands by B.J. Johnson. Another turnover for the Wildcats, and it's been a turnover fest here in the first half of play.
Look at the first quarter stats. Mount Vernon 7 first downs. Kokomo 0 yardage. 37 yards for Mount Vernon, 23 for Kokomo. 21 offensive plays they ran in the first quarter.
Coach, one other thing you can't do if you're the Wildcats on offense, you just cannot keep putting your defense back out there in such tough field position that they've had so far. I mean, we had, 3 out of 4 drives start very deep in Kokomo territory, so it'll be 1st down and 10, football at the 22. Meyer this time is going to keep it, looking for running room, and he's going to be tough to bring down, but they finally converge on him, and they do get him.
I think the only thing that I see about Meyer is the hole is there. You got to go. You got to go to the hole. You cannot dance. You got to get to the hole.
Looked like Jordan Wolf was there to make the stop. Mason Meyer. There you go. Yeah, I saw that. Mason Meyer, number 5. What do you hit me for? So Meyer, 2 interceptions in this first half. But he has so far the only touchdown. That is going to be Kobe James gets stopped, maybe a yard. Neither offense has been all exceptional, have they?
No.
It's been kind of a struggle both sides. And we've got a whistle and a player is down for the Marauders. Looks like that's going to be Kobe James, and he is their starting running back. And it looks like he may be down for a little bit. You know you're hurting when the helmet comes off.
How about this facility?
Beautiful.
Unbelievable. We were here for the IHSAA softball championships. Their softball stadium right behind us. Gorgeous. Baseball diamond, gorgeous. And the open door policy that these young people have given us. And great seats. Great camera view, too. I mean, this is just awesome. I want to come back.
Well, the biggest issue we have is once they get to know you, the open door policy will probably be shutting that door very quickly. See, I already got a vote. 2 votes. You're gone.
He doesn't count. He's just the sports and information guy.
Just the sports information guy.
Yeah. Nick loves me.
Yeah, he does.
He calls me, hey, you.
Yeah. All right, so they lose Kobe James. See if he'll be back hopefully soon for the Marauders. New tailback in the lineup will be Zach Spalding. And Meyer to throw. Meyer lobs this one in the air, overthrows his intended receiver. That was Carson Patterson, I believe, the intended receiver.
Got a kicker?
Well, that's a really good question. Even if they do, and we have not seen any evidence of a kicker, we saw Braden Scott. I was watching him warm up a little bit tonight and looked like he had pretty decent range, but apparently at this stage, not enough to
kick a 40.
Put your confidence in him, to kick a 40-yard field goal. So 4th down. And they will look to throw. Meyer toward the end zone. Ball caught, touchdown.
Wow.
On 4th down, the second time the Marauders have scored on 4th down, it'll be Crew Hampton on the reception.
How about that?
And the Marauders lead at 13-0.
Pass from Mason Meyer to Crew Hampton results in a 23-yard.
How about that? We had the earlier one on 4th down and 1 in which Meyer scrambled for a touchdown, and this one on 4th down, he throws a touchdown pass.
Zipped it.
And a lot of offset here. Meyer trying to get the 2-point conversion. He'll go down on the attempt, but the Marauders put another 6 on the board. They lead at 13-0.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
High school football here in IndianaSRN, brought to you by LifeWise Academy, helping students build character and faith through Bible-based education. Marauders lead it 13-0. Mentioned we're going to get you some scores. Avon now leading Decatur Central 14-0 at halftime. Once they start pouring in a little bit more, we'll bring more scores your way. A lot of the games are now getting close to being at halftime. Seymour, who we'll see this season, they're leading Greenwood 20-13 in the first half. On the return, Kokomo out to about the 34-yard line.
Scoring drive for Mount Vernon, 4 plays, 22 yards, 1 minute and 25 seconds on the clock.
Now watch this throw here. I mean, he just launched it.
I mean, that's a zip. That's how you threw when you were in Wyoming.
I know. You saw my Hall of Fame jersey.
Yeah, I did.
You don't get those unless
I heard they're building a statue. Is that right?
Yeah, right outside the stadium. By the way, Carmel, for real, they're beating Fishers 27-0 in the second quarter. That's 2 top 10 teams.
We got a Brownsburg score yet?
Not yet. First down and 10 for the Wildcats. As we're under 10 minutes remaining, football at the 35-yard line. And they'll look to run the football, breaking the tackle 40, 45, 50, and finally out of bounds here on the near side. Best offensive play of the night so far, thanks to Chance Butler, the junior running back, and they're finally in Mount Vernon territory.
First time tonight.
Across midfield, that is a Wildcat. First down.
Lebanon and Pendleton Heights tied at 14. Guerin leading McCutcheon 15-7. Those games in the second quarter. First down and 10 here for the Wildcats. Now they'll go trips left. Callaway to throw. Over the middle behind his receiver, but it's good enough for Pugh to make the catch inside the 35. They'll put him near the 31.
They got something going.
Brownsburg is leading. No, Ben Davis is leading Cathedral 21-7 in their contest. Brownsburg is leading Lawrence North 14-6 in the second quarter. Bloomington North is losing to Bloomington South 28-0 in the second quarter as well. That's kind of a surprise. Low snap, busted play. And the Wildcats may still get something positive. They got a first down and more thanks to the speed of number 22, Chance Butler. Otherwise, that's a big-time loss.
That's how they drew it up last night.
Yeah. There he is, number 22.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to fumble around, and then we're going to go and scoot, and then you're going to go 22 yards to get a first down.
Now, he's thinking, I need a little break here.
He's asking for water.
Yeah. Man, I did all the hard work. Now give me a break.
That's right. Thanks, Coach.
Football at the 17-yard line. First real threat for the Wildcats here tonight, but not before we get a timeout.
Kokomo.
We'll take a timeout as well. Mount Vernon leads at 13-0.
Fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
It was a Mount Vernon timeout at 8:29 remaining here in the second quarter. Callaway to throw, high in the air. It's up for grabs, caught for the touchdown. The defensive back got turned around, and that's all it took for the score as Pugh on the reception and the Wildcats on the board for the first time in a brand new season. Sometimes, Coach, it's not always pretty, but you get the job done, right?
Yeah, you get the job done, and you're right back into this game. You go for two. Well, you go for one here.
Yeah, too early to go for two. So now the extra point attempt. It'll be Katz in, the 6'6", 285 offensive and defensive lineman, and the extra point's going to be blocked. So the extra point, no good. Mount Vernon continues to lead it 13-6.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
I'm Randy Stegemuller with Class 101. Students want to go to college, they want to find that dream school, and that's what we're here for.
The confidence your child feels is beyond what you imagine you're going to get out of it.
I love that I get to work with students from middle school all the way through high school. Whatever it may be, I know she's there.
We're making sure that when the package is put together at the very end and we apply to a college, that they rise to the top of the list.
How can you not sign up?
Back here in Kokomo, it's a 13-6 score as we're at 8:23 to go before halftime, and you have all the numbers on the scoring drive.
Four plays, 65 yards, 1 minute, 36 seconds. Extra point was blocked.
So now the Marauders will get the football back. One of those deep will be Crew Hampton. He'll be joined with A.J. Crenshaw. I'm sure the Wildcats are feeling much better about the offense finally getting on the board here in the first half. I believe for the first time tonight, the Marauders looking to return a kick, and they will not get the chance. That'll be a touchback. Take another look at the score.
Look at the time he had. And that ball stayed up there for a long time.
Well, it certainly helped when you got Jordan Holloway all turned around as your defensive back.
You're looking in the backfield, you see the ball up in the air, and then you lose track of where the ball went. 8:22 left in the first half. Don't forget at halftime, we had the grill trivia question for the cheerleaders of Kokomo. I think the marching band is playing tonight as well.
Are you you want to give them your first question? Tell them what it is?
No, it's a surprise. You want me to tell them the first question?
No, it's too embarrassing. First down and 10, and by the way, Dirk's back in at quarterback. Looks like number 13, Kobe James, is back in the lineup on the carry to about the 23.
Stacy Rund.
What position is what? What's that fourth one there? What does it say? What position throws the football?
Yeah.
Well, it could be anybody. I mean, that you.
No, there's
if you
one.
have a halfback toss.
I'm looking for one particular.
Maybe the
person.
lineman picks it up and throws it. And here comes the pressure, and he goes down. Dirks.
That's called a sack.
Yeah, I know that.
Just wanted to let you know.
That was 54 May on the sack.
That's my football IQ. Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Who throws the football? You want the main character.
Yes, I want the main character.
And you're going to ask the cheerleaders.
Yeah, well, the SID told me that we had to make it pretty simple. So we did make it simple.
Third down now for the Marauders, and they'll look to run the football. Nothing there again. That defense stiffening up front. Looked like that may have been Kobe James again on the carry.
And the SID approved my question, so that's all that matters. So if people don't like them, it's not always my fault.
Marauders will have to punt the football away. First time they punted tonight.
Momentum's changed a little bit as we're halfway through this quarter.
See if that's going to be Meyer who is going to punt it away, and it is Meyer.
So Meyer quarterbacks. Meyer catches the ball.
And he throws it.
And he's got a good boot there.
Near midfield, and a short return, maybe a yard or so.
See, I would have dropped that ball.
Pugh on the return. I know you would never even see the football.
Not because of the lights.
So Kokomo takes over. Chance, by the way, to take the lead now.
How about the lighting in this place? Pretty sharp. I kind of like this facility.
That's lights. All right. Very good. Yeah, and they have electricity that goes up there. A little wire runs up there.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that great?
And I know he hits a button to get music and stuff.
It's amazing, isn't it? All right, Wildcat football.
We didn't have that back when I played.
No, you didn't. The mighty Howe Hornets.
We had leather helmets.
First down and 10. Mentioned the Wildcats can take a lead if they can get the 6, and a 2-point conversion will give them the lead as the carry, number 22, Chase Butler, who's done a nice job, that being Chance Butler, excuse me.
Kokomo's a little fired up.
Chance Butler on the carry for Kokomo, gain of 4, second down.
It'll be second down and 6. Tonight's game brought to you by Aspen Creek Grill, serving up great steaks, fresh favorites, and genuine hospitality at their 3 Indiana locations. Second down. Here's Callaway. Handoff once again. They're going to go right back to the hot hand, as that'll be Butler on the carry. And Butler, by the way, not even listed on our 2 deep, is getting a chance to get some big-time carries here tonight.
Kokomo goes on the road next week. They play Terre Haute South. Mount Vernon is at home against Brebeuf. We have that contest for you.
Have you seen this? Terre Haute, they go to Jeffersonville September 11th.
Marion.
And then they go to Lockhart, and then they go to Richmond. There's some long road trips there. Of course,
that Jefferson trip is a long time.
Yeah, that's a big trip. It's going to be third down and 5. Low snap again. Callaway able to pick it up and throws near side. Ball's going to be caught. Nice catch by Ben Carey. And it's going to be good enough for a first down for the Wildcats. Almost a busted play again for Kokomo.
I tell you what, Mount Vernon made a mistake going for the interception.
Put the football at the 36-yard line. Took a while for the Wildcats to get things going offensively. A little play action, throwing out in the flat ball, caught and brought down inside the 30. On the receiving end, Stacy Rund. Rund at 6 foot, 220. Big load to bring down.
Second down.
So it'll be second down and 2. As we come up on 4 minutes remaining here in period number 2 from Kokomo. Again, Callaway to throw down the middle of the field and just out of the reach of his intended receiver, Barry Story. Just a little too much air underneath.
David Powell, 84, was wide open at the 10-yard line. Didn't see him. That's when you go back and say, bro,
I was wide open.
Right there. And then he said, someone's chasing me.
So third down and 2. That is David Powell, who you mentioned moments ago, split wide to the left. Story here to the near side is the lone receiver, and they're going to run the football inside the 25, and I think he got the first down. So the Wildcats keep the drive alive.
Wildcats, that's another first down.
So again, football at the 24. Maybe a man short here as you see Powell coming back out on the field. They're not quite sure what they're going to run here, but they better hurry.
Okay, what am I going to do?
And they do get the play off. Here comes the rush, and that's going to be an incomplete pass intended for 23, Ethan Merrill. And that was a lot of confusion right from the very beginning.
There's a good look at the sidelines of Mount Vernon High School.
Second down and 10 now. Football again at the 24. Ethan Merrill is the lone setback, though they do have two players lined up in the backfield. Merrill gets the call. He had a lead blocker in front of him as Stacy Rund was lined up right behind the offensive tackle on the right. So give him a gain of 4.
They're in the red zone.
And let's call it 3rd down and 6. They are at the 20.
Their running play's not looking too bad.
Well, Merrill stays in. Again, 3rd down. And they'll look to throw, and it's dropped. Ball should have been caught by Barry Story, but it falls incomplete. He would add it inside the 20. And now you're looking at 4th down and 6. So now decision time here, and I think they're going to go for it.
Right? Oh, yeah.
So now the Wildcats, 4 wideouts, the lone setback. Here will be Ethan Merrill.
Quarterback draw. Nope.
And they're going to throw toward the end zone, and it is going to be intercepted.
They've got a flag.
It would have been incomplete either way. And the interception by A.J. Crenshaw. And again, now we'll wait and sort this flag out.
Pass interference.
Yep.
On to defense. Was that a catchable ball?
Had to have been if it was intercepted.
Oh, it was intercepted. I didn't catch the ball out there.
Yeah. Well, it's going to go against Mount Vernon. That'll be good enough for a first down. Catching a little flack, are you? It is it's hard to see. All right, first down, Wildcats. And they're going to run the football over the left side as Jawan Dunn on the carry.
No gain by the Wildcats. 2nd down.
It's going to be 2nd down. Clock coming up on 2 minutes.
Looks like it was a 1-yard loss. 2nd down and goal.
Let's call it 2nd and goal now from the 11. Butler back in. Mentioned getting more playing time in this second quarter. Had a couple of nice runs. And they'll look to throw. Callaway rolling to the end zone, and that's out of reach. Pass intended for Pugh.
Pass thrown out of bounds.
So that's going to be 3rd and goal from the 11. Now they missed their extra point attempt on the touchdown, so I think kicking a field goal probably is not in the cards here. I would imagine this is going to be 4-down territory no matter what for the Wildcats. Low snap. That has been something that has been kind of an Achilles heel for the Wildcats tonight, though they've been able to get away with it. But this time they will not.
Ball fumbled in the backfield, recovered by the Wildcats. 4th down.
So now it's going to be 4th down.
Looks like they're going to bring out the kicker.
Well, this will be interesting. I mean, we saw him try that extra point attempt. It was kicked into the line of scrimmage, so Cats will come in, and this will be from the 23, so a 33-yard field goal attempt. Try to get him 3 on the board. Low snap, and the kick is going to be blocked. So once again, kicked right into the line, and the drive stopped because of the low snap and then the missed field goal attempt. It's blocked right there, and the Marauders will get it back with under a minute remaining in the second quarter.
They got it. They dodged another one, didn't they?
They did. Tonight's game brought to you by Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana.
27-yard line.
Though we have seen some good plays tonight, Coach, has been offensively kind of a rough night for both teams.
It's a typical first night.
I mean, Myers thrown a couple of interceptions. You look at the other side where it took up until the second quarter before Kokomo could get into Mount Vernon territory. And so now the Marauders take over. Meyer at quarterback has to throw, does. Ball caught far side, and then getting out of bounds will be Ian McCullough.
They're going to go and get a score.
Meyer complete to Ian McCullough.
Looks like that may be.
They're going to be a first down?
Certainly looks like it is. I hope they're going to say only
9.
Yeah, it's going to be 9, yeah. So it's going to be 2nd down and 1. Meyer will hand off. This will be James on the carry, number 13, to about the 42-yard line. It will be good enough for a first down. The clock down to 50 seconds. Hurry up offense now for the Marauders. Meyer to throw once again. Deep drop. Here comes the rush. Using his quickness to get away from all the defenders, makes the throw and the catch on the far side.
He got the ball knocked out of his hand. The ball went about 5 yards up and went out of bounds.
The ball was fumbled out of bounds.
So it'll be a first down.
Marauders, first down.
We're going to put that football at the 37-yard line. Still 36 seconds remaining. Long time to get this one underway as Meyer stays in at quarterback. He's ready to throw. Again, a deep drop. Fires to the sideline, and it's going to be caught once again by McCullough.
Nice little 2-minute offense, huh?
So McCullough makes another catch.
Mount Vernon first down.
Yeah, McCullough just a sophomore. A couple of big catches here tonight. Football at the 25-yard line. And whistle will stop play here. And I'm not sure why they stopped.
I don't know why we stopped the play.
Looks like they're looking upstairs to see some adjustment that has to be made, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. We've had a lot of delays here in the first half. One thing, if you're an offense, then you're starting to roll a little bit. You hate to see the game slowed up like this because you're starting to get a little momentum.
You got that momentum going.
They're going to put 29 on the clock, not 24. That helps the Marauders with an extra 5 seconds. So it's going to be first down and 10 Marauders. Knocking on the door once again. Meyer, direct snap. He'll run it himself over the right side and will go down after gain of about 4. And now they'll stop the clock at 21 seconds. And we've got a timeout on the field.
That's Marauders' last timeout.
Mount Vernon leads this one 13-6. Don't forget the ever so invigorating and how else do I put it? Most exciting halftime show you'll ever hear when Coach does some really interesting trivia questions for our cheerleaders, if they remember. They're coming up here, and I'm assuming one of them's going to take my headset,
yes,
right?
Yes, well, we'll switch. We'll have her here so Dean can help her a little bit.
She's not going to need any help with these questions.
I don't know.
But he's not going to run the halftime spot or what?
Excuse me?
Do you listen into the producer?
Play some games, win some prizes, and support Kokomo High School.
You think you have a guest coming. You can go ahead and tell everybody else, too. Yeah, it was nice working with you, too. All right. 21 seconds remaining. It'll be first down and 10. Meyer again to throw. Now flushed out of the pocket, looking, and then gets rid of it. Smart play this time by Meyer.
Pass incomplete.
They probably have possibly 2 more plays here.
I think if you don't take a shot to the end zone here, you're going to have to eventually.
Third down for Mount Vernon.
You got time to run this ball.
I wouldn't. Second down and 10.
Third and 10.
Yep, third and 10, excuse me. Meyer to throw again, this time to the end zone, almost picked off again. Defensively, that was Pugh, the safety. So it's incomplete. It'll be fourth down and 10.
Fifth down.
David Pugh almost got the third interception of Mason Meyer tonight. So now we've got a field goal attempt from the 28. So this will be a 38-yard attempt. Keegan Roch will come in to attempt the field goal, and it's going to be way short. Thought maybe there for a moment you were going to see a return by Pugh, but he does not make the attempt. And so 8 seconds remaining. So both teams have gotten into the red zone tonight and have at times failed to get points on the board. By the way, one of the score, and sometimes I'm always curious whether these are accurate or not, but Fort Wayne Carroll leading Hamilton Southeastern 28-0. Lawrence Central is beating Jeffersonville 34-7. St. Francis out of Wheaton, Illinois is leading New Pal 17-14 at the half. Center Grove over Warren Central 14-7 in the third. Zionsville is beating Pike 7-6 at the half. Yorktown, this is at halftime. Again, we don't know. Yorktown leads Anderson 62-0 at halftime.
No.
That's what it says. I don't.
Okay.
Tri-West leads Western Boone 21-0 in their contest. Pendleton and Lebanon still tied at 7 apiece. We can only give you what they report. And it looks like the Wildcats will run the football. Should be the final play of the first half. On the carry is Chance Butler. And Butler all the way out to about the 35-yard line. And that's going to do it for the first half. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly as we know about Clint Eastwood's movies, and we've kind of seen a little bit of everything tonight, have we not?
Yes, we have.
I know we'll have halftime numbers coming up in just a few minutes. We'll run down again some of the scores, not only the games we have on IndianaSRN, but we'll try to run down as many scores as we can from some of the other games. But your thoughts on, again, what you saw in the first half. And again, you can kind of tell that first off, both teams replaced a lot of personnel from a year ago. New coaches, even though Kirshner's been here before, this is a whole new ball game for him. The new coach at Kokomo as well, though he's in the system. Again, it's different being an assistant coach as opposed to being a head coach. So kind of tell it's the first game of the year.
Yeah, it feels like a first game of the year. A little sloppiness, but, both teams controlled what they can control, and we'll see what happens. They go into halftime and regroup, and we'll see how the second half. It was a very long first half.
It was, yeah. It took, an hour 45 to play the first half. I'll be interested to see, too, will Mason Meyer come out as the quarterback again? He has the scrambling and the running ability that maybe Luke Dirks doesn't have, but sometimes his decision-making in the first half was a little bit of a question as well, again, with the 2 interceptions that he had in the first half of play. All right, we will come back. Halftime report is coming up. Mount Vernon on top of Kokomo, 13-6.
With the 2026 competition show.
Poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew. Your flash fried porgy over chips.
Ew.
Your fresh main lobster with microgreens.
When the only thing your 8-year-old will eat is waffles.
She's fine. She's fine.
Your waffles, milady.
It matters where you stay.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Hey sports fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
Halftime score here at Kokomo. Mount Vernon leads 13-6. Let's look at some scores. Pioneer leads Lewis Cass 20-15. Carmel leads Fishers 40-0. Roncalli and Bishop Dranger is tied at 0 at the end of 3. Center Grove leads Warren Central 14-7. Greensburg leads Shelbyville 20-8. Cathedral and Ben Davis leads 21-10. LaPel leads Hamilton Heights 35-12. Columbus North leads Whiteland 14-7. Martinsville leads Bedford North Lawrence leads Martinsville 25-15. It is now time for our Kokomo cheerleader quiz. What's your name?
My name is Avery.
Avery, what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Do you know anything about football?
I know pretty good. I know a lot about football.
Okay, you got questions, you answer them all, you get nothing.
Okay.
Okay? Just support.
Okay.
Here we go. How many points is a touchdown worth?
6 points.
That's exactly right. How many players? Oh, there you go. How many players are on the field at one time?
Ooh, is it 12 or is it 13?
It's 11.
11.
Okay, you missed that one. All right, here we go. What shape is a football?
An oval?
That's correct. All right, you're very good. How many points is the extra point if it's no good?
0.
There you go. Excellent. And what position throws the football to a wide receiver?
A quarterback.
That's correct. So you got 3 out of the 4, an A minus.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do here, Avery? What grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Why do you like cheerleading?
I love cheerleading. It just shows like school spirit, and it gets me like to be who I am and show my personality out on the field.
And what are you studying in school? What do you want to do when you get out of school?
When I graduate, I want to be a CRNA.
A C?
RNA.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you want to help people?
Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, should we interview the other
I think
cheerleader?
we should.
Okay, we'll interview the other. We'll switch headsets. Sign in, and what's your name?
My name is Braylee Rail.
You probably knew all of them, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No.
What grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
And what are you doing? When are you going to graduate?
When am I?
Yeah, what are you going to do when you graduate?
I want to be a dental hygienist.
And so what school are you going to go to?
Ivy Tech Community.
And what's the best thing about Kokomo High School?
The best thing about Kokomo High School is the spirit. I love everybody popping out and showing their themes and their pride for everybody and support.
Got a nice little crowd today. How was the first week of school?
Oh, amazing.
Or is this your first week, or is this your second week at school?
This is our second week.
Third week. Someone just told me it was your third week.
Okay, second and a half.
Second and a half. Well, you don't go to class, right?
No,
you
I
just
do.
skate. Oh, do
no,
you?
I do.
You sure?
I still have to. So.
All right. Who's your favorite person on the coaching staff for the football team?
I have to say head coach Foes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about your SID? Is he a pretty nice guy?
Yeah. He's a teacher. Yeah.
He's a teacher?
Oh, yeah.
He is?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he teaches because he's always on the phone with me when I talk to him.
Well,
so what is your prediction for your team? How many wins are you going to have and how many losses?
I'm going to guess we'll be 5-4.
5-4. Are you going to win tonight?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to win tonight.
Oh,
You're going to come back and win.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Let's get it to 14-13 maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for playing the trivia game, and we'll appreciate you doing it. We want to thank the Grill from McCordsville for being involved with our halftime show. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out. We'll be back right after this.
Big play here for Mount Vernon. Ertl looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw. Boy, what a stick, huh? Back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen. Skip pass. Mays with 3. Mays drive. Floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30. Block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there. And finally, somebody gets on the board.
Brian Chrisman joins me today. And Brian, talk a little bit about the winter and Wheeler Mission and how important it is for people to help Wheeler Mission, because winter means homeless and homeless means people in the cold. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we really serve a lot of people year round, no matter what the weather is, right? And so we serve anywhere from 700 to 900 people who are experiencing homelessness every single night. But when winter hits, that can become life or death. So if you're stuck out in the cold, happens every year. IMPD will find people out in the cold and encourage them to come in. But if they don't catch them in time, I mean, again, life and death. And so it's vital that our doors are open. And so we do that. Our staff shows up every day to make sure our doors are open. We serve 1,000 meals a day plus every single day. That's a nice, warm, nutritious meal. Donors provide that. Donors provide our food, coffee, something hot to drink. You know, donors provide that. So there's a lot of opportunities to get involved at Wheeler to make sure we can get through winter, or to work at Wheeler. We need staff, and so we're always looking for staff to get us through the winter time. We spread ourselves thin during winter, making sure that anybody can find space, and so we have bed capacities. For sure, but we go beyond that every winter to make sure that the city has an option for people who are experiencing homelessness in the dead of winter.
Schools out there that are watching this program with our reach, maybe they want to do a sock drive, or they want to do a sweatshirt drive. They can contact our office at IndianaSRN, or they can contact you. Where's a contact, or who would be a contact that maybe we want to do a sock drive? I think that would be a great idea for SRN to start one of those sock drives. How would that? What does that look like?
Yeah, so if you go to wheelermission.org, we have our needs lists that are right there on our website. Those change sometimes in the winter, but there are some needs that are pretty much continual when it comes to hygiene items, when it comes to warm items to get us through the winter. So when you're talking about coats, especially bigger sizes for people that come through, we want to make sure a lot of people that come to our mission, they come with the clothes on their back, right? And so we need to make sure they have something to wear during their stay with us, and which could be for a few weeks, could be for a couple months. And so go to our website, wheelermission.org. You can donate directly there, whether it's a financial donation, or you can look at our needs list. You can even find drop-off locations. You could drop it off at some of the barns that we have around the city, or come right down to Wheeler Mission, drop it off right there. But we need this community's support. So greatest thing about Indianapolis is it is a generous community.
Yes.
It is a community that steps up when there's a need. And there's 1,700 homeless individuals in our community. That number has risen 5% just over the last year. Wheeler Mission is the main place for those individuals to go, has been since 1893, over 130 years. And so support that ministry so that those doors can be open, making sure that every man, woman, and child that needs to come inside can come inside and not only get warm, but get nutritious meals, food, shelter, and care. And so beyond that, we take them through a whole journey of program to make sure that they come out our back door different people. But the first things first, right? Get them fed and get them warm and get them safe.
Since it's basketball season and we cover over 300 games a year on IndianaSRN, we challenge our basketball teams and our basketball programs to get involved. There are meals that need to be served. Tell our teams out there how they can help and serve meals.
Yeah, no better way to really open your eyes to the community's needs than to stand in front of people who are desperately in need and hand them a meal, hand them what they're asking for that day. So great group opportunity is to volunteer at Wheeler Mission. You can go to wheelervolunteer.org. You can sign up a group. It can take an hour and a half to come down and serve a lunch. You can get 12, 15 people involved in that, a dinner. Come down either at our men's shelter or our women's shelter. It's a really cool experience for teams, not only to help in a way that you're making a difference, but to see the people that you're helping, right? To hand a meal to someone and smile and say hi to someone literally in their darkest moment, right? So
best assist they can ever make.
Oh yeah,
is to serve a meal.
That's a good point. It's a slam dunk.
It's a slam dunk, exactly. For Indiana SRN, this is Keith Myers.
Back here in Kokomo, halftime score 13-6. Mount Vernon with the lead here. Your first half numbers, first off for Mount Vernon. 74 yards on the ground, 106 yards through the air. They had 180 yards of total offense in the first half. They were led in rushing by Kobe James, 12 carries, 32 yards. Mason Meyer had 8 carries for 31 yards and a touchdown. In the passing department, Mason Meyer 5 of 11 for 74 yards, a touchdown, and with the pass earlier in the second quarter, should say, he's 1 for 1 for 23 yards. McCullough also leading the team along with Crew Hampton, each with 3 receptions. McCullough 3 receptions, 46 yards. Hampton 3 receptions and 37 yards in the first half. For the Wildcats, Chance Butler led the team in rushing, 5 carries for 55 yards. Jawan Dunn, 3 carries for 18 yards, and Ethan Merrill, 5 carries for 9 yards in the first half. Luke Calloway, 6 of 13, 63 yards and a touchdown.
Scores elsewhere on the network, Family Network. Park Tudor leads Covenant Christian 14-7, and Greenfield Central and Alexandria leads 14-13 at halftime. I'd like to remind you next week, 4 games on the network. Check out our website at IndianaSRN.org, and in 2 weeks we'll be right back here as Kokomo takes on Pendleton Heights in 2 weeks back here at Kokomo.
Am I coming back, or is that...
You are. In fact, it's Chris Schumer's last broadcast at IndianaSRN. He's writing a book, so he's taking the rest of football season and basketball season.
Schumer is?
He called me the other day and said, I'm writing a book. I got to take some time off. So he's left us twice. He's come back twice. So, but he will.
Schumer is writing a book?
He asked me.
Does he know how to spell?
He knows how to spell cat. K-A-T.
I got you.
Okay.
All right. Wow, that shocks me.
In fact, he asked me if he could work his last game with you, and I said, well, of course.
Here in Kokomo?
He will be working here with Kokomo, because that's where it started.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
All right, a couple of other scores around the state. Want to quickly scroll through here because, again, some of these are starting to become finals as we speak. Greenwood leading Seymour 34-20. I know we'll have a couple of Seymour games again this season. Heritage Christian is losing to Speedway in the third quarter 19-5. Bluffton has beaten Shenandoah 42-6. That is a final. Tri-League Union City 55-0 in the third. Franklin Central is beating Plainfield in the fourth, 24-7. North Central is winning at Brebeuf, 21-17 in the third quarter there. Also,
go ahead.
Did you want me to keep going, or would you
go
like
ahead.
to? You got something important to say?
Go ahead.
All right. By the way, Bishop Chittard is leading Lafayette Jeff at halftime, 21-7. Of course, we'll have that Chittard game next week at Lafayette Jeff. Yes, that's a very high-scoring Lafayette Jeff team. Carmel beating Fishers, battle of 2 top 10 teams in 6A, 47-0. Carmel making a statement in that one here tonight. Shelbyville is leading Greensburg 32-8 in the third. Lebanon and Pendleton Heights, they're tied at 21. Guerin winning at home against McCutcheon 22-14.
I was just saying, if you are a Kokomo listener and you're listening to this broadcast and you would like us to come back and do more Kokomo games, we would love to do that. We need some sponsors to help us put that in. I think we can help the community, and it would be outstanding to call Kokomo's ball games. You can reach me at coach@IndianaSRN.org. We can make that happen. Please support your Cats.
By the way, another score, Ben Davis is leading Cathedral 27-10. They are also in the third quarter. See if I had an update on the Brownsburg-Lawrence North. Brownsburg is now leading Lawrence North 21-19 in the third of that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Alexandra just scored to make it 21-13, first score of the third quarter.
All right, here we go. Period number 3 from Kokomo. Mount Vernon will get the football to begin our third session of 12 minutes of action here in high school football, and there will be a return for the Marauders across the 20 to about the 24. That was A.J. Crenshaw on the return. It'll be first down and 10 for the Marauders.
See how the second half folds out here.
By the way, your one trivia question was wrong.
Which one was that?
How many players on the field at one time? There's actually 22 out there, not 11.
Oh, so should I give her credit for that then, because I was wrong?
You were wrong.
Okay, she got an A. Nick approved it. Nick approved it. So I'm blaming it on him.
Yeah, blame it on somebody else.
That's right. Not coming out of my budget.
Football at the 24-yard line, first and 10. Kobe James, who got shaken up a little bit in the first half, came back to lead the team in rushing in the first half. Meyer will be in to start at quarterback. Short gain by James. Our officials for tonight's game is Jevin Sherrod, Lawrence O'Neill, Michael Jackson, Roderick Williams, and Thomas Collins.
Michael Jackson, wow.
Yeah, how about that? It'll be second down.
Got an official timeout. Player down on the field.
Yeah, that player is a Kokomo player here on the very near side. Looks like that is a cramp as they work on that left leg.
Games next week on the network. Shortridge at Covenant Christian, Indian Creek at Heritage Christian. The Indianapolis Star game is the Bebuff Mount Vernon game, and Leo takes on Chittard. First time we'll take a look at Chittard in the season.
Well, they'll be promising after coming back from a win, if they get a win tonight. By the way, that player hurt for Kokomo, number 34, Stacy Rund. Rund, a big part of this football team on both sides of the football, but he's one of their starting linebackers. He's a big fella at 6 foot 220.
Second down for Mount Vernon.
So second down here for the Marauders. Kobe James will remain in as the lone setback. And he'll get the call once again. Running room over the left side. Looks like he's going to be close to a first down near around the 35.
They did get the first down. Move the chains. Move the clock.
With a 8-yard run results in a first down.
I think this is what Mount Vernon will probably want to do, is just run the ball here. Control the clock here in the third quarter.
It will be a first down again at the 35. Hampton and B.J. Johnson, the two receivers, split wide to the left. Johnson's been relatively quiet on the receiving end so far tonight as Meyer gets the call for about 2. This is a Mount Vernon team last year, as we mentioned, only averaged 13 points per game. That's where they are so far here tonight. Now, we've seen some flashes by Meyer tonight. They really haven't done much offensively. Without their leading rusher a year ago and their leading receiver, it'll be James on the carry, puts his head down, and he'll get close to the 44-yard line.
I tell you, once he turns that corner, Troy, he's pretty quick.
190-pound running back, hard to bring down at times. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 as we'll see Meyer under center. Started to go left, then cuts back up the middle, gets the first down into Kokomo territory.
Now, in the first half, what he did is just try to force himself into that hole. This time he recognizes that it wasn't there and made a U-turn and kept on going.
So we'll put the football at the 48-yard line.
Meyer is a senior, is he not?
Yes, he is. He's a part of that state championship basketball team, too.
Yes, he was.
Hand off James. James, the cutback again, and he's going to be shy of a first down, but a good run near the 40, maybe 39. And you know who the quarterback was before he took over, remember?
Earl, Mr. Earl.
Yeah, Luke Earl.
Mr. Earl, Mr. Basketball. How about that? How about that basketball team?
And now he's at your alma mater, Purdue.
Yes, he is. Probably pumping a lot of weights right now.
Yep. Of course, they have that, I think they went overseas for the summer. Hand off.
Oh, nice.
Not much this time, only Zach Spalding gets the carry. Brought down around the 38-yard line.
Jordan Wolf on the tackle.
Short game by Mount Vernon.
Should be good enough for a first down, and it will be. So 1st down and 10 for the Marauders. And you're right, they've kept the ball on the ground exclusively so far here in the 3rd. Meyer's going to keep it himself. Meyer at the 35, still on his feet, gets to the outside, 30, and then driven out of bounds.
Raheem Green drives the quarterback out of bounds.
Gets 8, 9.
We're going to give Raheem Green credit for the tackle. So they're going to stepped out of bounds, though, closer to what, the 30? He'll get 8 yards on the carry, so it'll be 2nd down and 2. Kobe James back in at running back. 3-man front now for the Wildcats. Meyer the handoff, James, and he gets tripped up.
Short.
Great play there by Ben Carey.
Handoff to Kobe James. Ben Carey saves the
Ben coming up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
3rd and 1. Sneak here.
Yeah, I'd let him do it because so far they've had a tough time stopping Meyer in tonight's game, and he will get the carry, and he's going to get the first down. It's going to be very close.
They have not signaled yet.
It was in there. Jordan Wolf once again, the senior defensive end. There are a lot of big bodies at the bottom of that pile, too.
Well, we passed the ball back and forth from the officials twice. So here we go.
I think
he got it.
I do, too. I mean, you can see where it is right there. I mean, really all you do is eye that one. Even somebody like you could figure that one out
Think
down
so?
there, right? Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I got confidence in you.
That.
If you get that close, then we've got another player having to work on a little cramp issue right there. Now, I say that, but we saw in the first half where they moved the ball back about a yard. but it doesn't look like they moved that one. And look at the focus right there. Look at that focus. Right down on the ball. Is not going to move that anywhere. If we could keep you that focus, can you imagine what we'd be able to do?
You would. We would be in danger.
It's taken a little bit of time to get him out here, though. This has been an adventure tonight, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Look at that. That's Adele right there. That's Adele's look right there. First down by a ball.
See?
Half of the nose of the ball.
All right, so first down for Mount Vernon.
After the measurement, that is a Mount Vernon first down.
By the way, in the Battle of Bloomington, Bloomington South leading Bloomington North 44-0. They're in the fourth quarter of that contest. So much for the big game there. Warren Central and Center Grove, they're still tied at 7 from our last report.
Is that down at Center Grove?
That game is at Center Grove. A lot of those games will end up being final before we get done tonight. Mount Vernon keeps it going. Handoff, a little misdirection, and on the carry will be Kobe James.
I tell you what, he did a great job hanging on to the football.
6-yard gain tackle by Kokomo. Number 50, Jordan Wolf.
There's number 50, Jordan Wolf, once again. And Jordan a little slow getting up this time, though. It'll be second down, and let's call it 4.
They have held the ball for 5 minutes.
Coming into the lineup will be Carson Patterson. He wears number 49. You see him right there. As Meyer run all the way on this one, but here comes the pursuit, and Meyer able to get away, but I think he's going to end up losing yardage here.
He probably lost 3 yards, 4 yards.
That was good pursuit. Devin Rush, one of those there. Also, see who else may have been in the play. There looked like number 58 might have been in there as well for the Wildcats.
Another player down. This is where during the week you didn't drink enough fluid.
Yeah.
What was your coach told you 3 gallons a day?
3 gallons a day?
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite that much.
During the week?
3 gallons a week?
No, you got to drink more than 3 gallons a week. Don't you? Didn't you get hydrated each day?
Sure. I don't know what it was. I didn't pay attention.
It had to be more than a gallon.
Well, I'm sure it was more than a gallon, but I didn't measure it. That's not my job.
What do you mean it wasn't your job?
That's my trainer's job to do that.
No, it wasn't the trainer's job. It was your job.
No, it wasn't my job. Despite what you may think, it wasn't my job. So I have trainers and those guys. That's what they do.
Did you drink enough fluid this week?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You don't see me cramping up, do you?
No, not at all. You're not running the ball as much either.
not anymore.
Now, I did see that you went to the trainer during halftime. What did you get taped up?
Nothing. I was watching you
struggling
mess
with
up your trivia question again. 22 players on the field at the same time.
You know what? I only count 11. I couldn't see through the window.
Yeah, I know. It's too big, right?
Too big.
Yeah.
Am I working with you all year long?
No.
Oh, good.
In fact, next time I'm here, apparently you're not.
No.
So, since we got a book writer on staff all of a sudden.
I can't believe he's going to write a book.
I'm going to have to ask him
you
about that.
You got to call him.
What's he going to live on while he's writing this book?
I don't know. Chris, if you're listening, Texas.
We got stoppage of play once again.
Got a sideline warning.
I can't see if I back up. I mean, I got to be able to see, right?
That's right, partner.
Fake the handoff. Meyer to throw to the end zone. Has a man, and this one is going to be knocked away and incomplete. That was Raheem Green able to knock it down. He had 2 interceptions last year and almost made it number 3 tonight for Mason Meyer. And now it's going to be 4th down. I would imagine this is out of field goal range here, so they'll let Meyer go for it. They have to get to the 18-yard line for a first down.
Play clock at 20.
Plenty of time there. Meyer to throw.
Oh, he's got him in the flat.
Meyer looking now, directs traffic, throws over the middle, and incomplete. Flags are down.
Got a holding here on 73. I would decline this. Yep, take the ball.
So it will be Kokomo football. Want to remind you tonight's game brought to you in part by KOA Indianapolis. Make your next trip a family adventure, which if it were with you, it would be an adventure.
It'd be an adventure.
KOA offers camping fun for all ages. KOA, where family memories begin.
Got a swimming pool, a little bit of volleyball court, frisbee golf. Great place to go.
Merrill the lone setback. Callaway. First down and 10 Wildcats. Just over 6 minutes remaining in the third. And breaking tackles and a nice run as Merrill gets it to near the 35. Let's see where they'll spot the football, closer to the 34.
We are halfway through the third quarter.
So 9-yard carry for Merrill. Second down and 1. He'll stand as the lone setback. Barry Story, the receiver to the near side. Certainly has a size advantage if they decided to throw that way. The handoff to Merrill, and Merrill's going to get dropped for a loss. Got hit first by 55, Braden Robinson, the defensive tackle at 6'3", or 6 foot, 236, and a senior.
I got a text from our buddy Bill Ludlow, the
Really?
old voice of the Marauders. He goes, old-fashioned football, love it. He would love it if it's pouring down raining right here. Thanks for listening, Bill.
So it'll be third down and 9. Here's Callaway to throw, near sideline. Ball will be caught. We mentioned Story moments ago, and Story's going to get a first down. Great second and third effort will get him near the 38-yard line.
He had time to throw that time.
He did. And he doesn't, by the way, Callaway doesn't take a whole lot of time holding onto the football. In fact, even his drop is a very short drop compared to what you see with Mason Meyer. So first down as we're coming up on 5 minutes remaining in the third. Low snap again, and that has cost the Wildcats a lot tonight. And picking up the loose football will be Merrill, and Merrill makes something positive out of that play. How many times have we seen a low snap from the center?
That's at least the third time tonight.
And it's cost him. Not this time, though. A flag is down at the 33.
Got a hold against Kokomo. That hurts you.
Boy, no kidding, right? When you make up for the mistake on the low snap and then you end up getting a holding penalty. By the way, if you don't plan on staying up tonight, of course, guys as old as we are, we don't stay up late, but we'll have all the scores for you bright and early tomorrow morning.
I'll be sleeping on the way home.
I know
Once
you will.
we load the equipment, I'm out.
I know you are. There's not a time that I've ever been in a car with you haven't fallen asleep. Third down and 20. Callaway to throw. Ball will be caught across the 30 to the 32. On the reception, 84, David Powell.
Greenfield just scored to make it 21-21 with 3 minutes to play in the third quarter at Greenfield Central over Alexandria.
I hope they go to overtime.
Sean will love you.
Once again, Callaway to throw. Ball's caught by Story, breaks a tackle, and he's going to be very close to the original line of scrimmage at around the 38-yard line. Story brought down number 29, Dean Clarkson, the outside linebacker. Well, I will say both teams have moved the clock a little bit quicker here in the third than they did in the entire first half. We have another stoppage of play here as Barry Story.
Got to cover all those pads.
Yep. So it's going to be 3rd down and 11. Once again, Callaway to throw, pumps, and he's going to get away from pressure. Callaway now throws, and this one will be dropped or either that or caught. It will be a first down. How about that catch by Pugh? It was hard to see from our vantage point that he was able to reel that one in. Take another look at it. Boy, the Marauders thought he might have been out of bounds, but Pugh able to get the reception for the first down. It'll be at the 42-yard line of Mount Vernon. And they'll run the football. Here's Dunn on the carry. Flag is down at the 36.
They got another hold.
There it is. You want to kill a drive, that'll do it, won't it?
Ten yards from the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the second holding penalty they have had in this drive. Lawrence Central is still beating Jeffersonville 27-7. Franklin Central beating Southport 35-0.
Brownsburg leads Lawrence North at the end of the third quarter, 42-25.
Guess Brownsburg is reloaded, haven't they?
They have.
Oscar Fry, one of our Offensive Player of the Year candidates, as you would expect. A low throw, and that'll be incomplete.
Boy, we nominated a lot of kids, didn't we?
We did. I think we were probably close to 25, but we included offensive linemen too. So
yes, we did. We
don't discriminate.
How do they get that sports page?
IndianaSRN sportspage.com.
Got it.
Avon now leading Decatur Central 31-6. Once again, Callaway to throw, flushed in the pocket, and he's going to go down. This time it'll be a sack there by James Batty, the defensive lineman, 6'2", 214, and a senior.
You got to punt this ball, don't you?
Yeah, I would say so, if it comes to that, because you're at 3rd down and 23. They're going to have to get to the 32-yard line of Mount Vernon. Now remember, they've had a couple of first downs in here, and the two penalties they have had, the holding penalties, have really stalled this drive. So Callaway once again looking to throw. This one, he airs it out toward the sideline, and it's going to be caught for the first down. Great play once again by Ben Carey.
That was 3rd down and 23.
Yes, it was. Boy, the defensive backs for Mount Vernon at times in this game have found themselves getting beaten, or they lose where the football is, and that's a cardinal sin as a defensive back. You always have to know where that football is. So 1st down, Wildcats. And a whistle will stop play.
Couple sports updates while we got a chance. Greenfield Central 21, Alexandria 21. End of third. Troy Sean did hear about the overtime. He says no way. And Jarrett Lewis just told me that Covenant just scored to make it 15-14 late in the fourth. So some really good games going on in the network.
First down and 10, football at the 23. Quarterback keeper by Callaway. Callaway flagged down again. It might be another hold.
Boy, they're just shooting themselves in the foot.
The reaction looks like it might be on number 52, Ketz. Third holding penalty against Kokomo in this drive. Two minutes remaining here in the third. Today's game brought to you by Wheeler Mission, providing food, shelter, and hope to neighbors in need while helping transform lives throughout central Indiana. That moves the football back to the 33-yard line, or just shy of the 33. It'll be first down and 20. Wildcats will look to throw again. Callaway, this one is over the outstretched arms of his intended receiver. Looks like it's number 3, Pugh.
He had it beat early.
What we have seen so far, and Kokomo has pretty good speed in the receiving core. They've been able to get behind Mount Vernon's defensive backs pretty regularly. So if you just, Callaway can find a way to get it to his playmakers.
What do you quarterback? Do you get it up in the air a little bit more? So
well,
you run underneath of it?
It's a possibility, but I think you're going to have to let them go get it. If you're going to put it up there, let them go get the thing. They got the speed to do it. Here's the pitch and the carry inside the 30.
I'm impressed with Mount Vernon's speed. I thought Mount Vernon would be a little bit slower than what they are.
Walk up Evans on the carry. Well, they're fast at the front 7. My concern with Mount Vernon is their back 4, because they have not shown the kind of speed that you need against teams that they're going to play this year.
The safeties, you mean?
Safeties or the corners.
Okay.
Because we saw, again, time and time again, where these receivers have been able to get behind Mount Vernon's defensive backfield, and they're going to have to find a way to shore that up in future games. Here comes the blitz. Callaway able to get rid of it, and he throws it toward the end zone, up for grabs and knocked down at the last moment.
He had the ball.
Holloway with the one there on coverage. Ben Carey, he and Holloway one-on-one there, and it's going to go for not, but how about that play right there, getting away from the potential sack.
Look at this. That ball, a little short.
Yep. So it's going to be 4th down and 15. They'll have to get inside the 15 to about the 13 for a first down. That stops the clock at 45 seconds remaining. Trips to the left. So 4 receivers in the lineup here now for Luke Callaway. And before they get the play off, we have another penalty. Wow.
That is the second or third.
Yeah, they've had 3 holding penalties and now a delay of game penalty.
And they had 2 delay games penalties in the first half, so 3 delay game penalties. You stack up, you chalk it up for the week 1?
Well,
go ahead.
I would, but it might be a factor, but I don't think that this stage of the game it should be. I mean, the penalties, especially the holding penalties, will kill you. And that has killed this drive for the Wildcats for sure. But then don't come back and make some silly mistakes again.
Another penalty on the field.
Alexandra just scores to make it 27-21. It's a shootout now at Greenfield Central.
It is. Well, this time it goes against Mount Vernon. Now, talk about on the other side, You watch the Wildcats shoot themselves in the foot with their penalties. You don't need to help them.
No.
So now the Wildcats with 41 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And we've got, I think, a timeout by Mount Vernon. We'll take a timeout. 41 seconds remaining in the third. Marauders lead at 13-6.
Timeout. Mount Vernon.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Does anyone want to end the third quarter? Raise your hand.
Well, not yet. So after the timeout, Wildcats still some question marks as Callaway kind of looked to the sideline to his offensive coordinator. Let's see what they've got in store here at 4th down and 15. Callaway on the run once again. Looking, throwing, ball's caught, and he's going to get a first down. It does not. It's not going to be enough as Barry Story gets stopped short. Got inside the 15-yard line, but it wasn't enough.
Wait a minute. They're going to give him a first down?
There's no way. That marker down there is in, well, it depends, I guess, on where they're spotting the football. 13 here, might be close over there, too. But I thought he stopped him short of the 13-yard line.
They gave him the first down.
They did. So the Wildcats will get a first down. It didn't look like he was going to make it. So Kokomo, the drive will stay alive thanks to a good pass by Callaway.
And now they're going to.
Officials timeout on the field.
Are they going to measure here?
Well, the nose of the football's at the 13. That marker on the opposite side, from what I can tell,
is at the 12, right?
No.
Is he at the 13?
But he's not at the 13. Looks like he's a little bit shy of the 13-yard line, but now they'll bring the chains out and they'll measure it. Big call here for the Wildcats. Landon Gibson had already given him a first down. I think he's short.
He's short.
See, I thought he was. From what I could tell on that side, looking through my binoculars, it was a little bit short of a first down.
You talk about inches.
Measurement is short for the Wildcats.
So the drive is stalled.
That is a big play.
So the Marauders will take over with 28 seconds remaining here in the third.
This next game is being streamed by IndianaSRN.org. You can go back and watch all the action of today's Wildcat football game in Indiana. SRN.
See if Meyer will be back in at quarterback. No, he will not. It's going to be Dirks in at quarterback.
New Pal leads St. Francis of Illinois 28-17 at the end of third quarter.
They were trailing earlier in that game. By the way, Myers, the lone receiver to the left. A little razzle-dazzle here. The handoff will go to Hampton, and it goes nowhere.
I don't know if you want to be fancy like this with 20 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Especially this deep in your own territory. It's going to do it for the third. Both teams.
Nope. We still got
Well,
time.
they're going to wait 14 seconds. Yep, we got an injury instead. It'll be a Wildcat who is down. Football will be placed at the 11-yard line. See if we can get some updates for you. Floyd Central leading Gibson Southern 17-14. Greenfield Central Alexandria tied at 27 in the fourth.
All those scores in the third and fourth quarter.
They have 9-18 in the fourth. But I still smell overtime there. I hope it is. I love to make friends with those guys that are in those overtime games. By the way, Franklin Central now leading, or I should say Lawrence Central now leading Jeffersonville 27-7. Franklin Central leading Southport still 35-0. Avon in the fourth leading Decatur Central 31-6. Injured players coming off the field now. Looks like it's going to be Samaj May, number 54. See if there's any of the games here I can get you real quick. And some of them are a little slow to update from around the state. Heritage Christian is at Speedway, and Speedway leading Heritage Christian 19-5. That's going to do it for the third quarter. Final 12 coming up right here in Indiana SRN.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the...
We're back, 13-6. Mount Vernon leads Kokomo. Third quarter stats. The one that really is highlighted here, penalties. Kokomo 9 penalties for 55 yards. And Mount Vernon 3 penalties for 30. We'll go through the tail of the tape here in just a second.
Yeah, but they got 4 penalties in that one drive.
Yeah.
3 holding and then 1 delay a game. That's a lot of penalties.
How about this? Covenant Christian wins on the second to last play, 15-14 over Parktier.
Meyer back in a quarterback, gets away from defenders, fires downfield, and it's going to be caught at the 45, reaching up to make the catch. And for the first down and more, looks like number 6 there, Ian McCullough.
Again, when Meyer has time to throw, he's got an arm.
He does. When he's able to dodged by defenders coming at him, so the maybe longest pass play we've had of the night, all the way to the 50-yard line. And just like that, Mount Vernon on the march here now in the fourth quarter. Meyer again to throw. You see him stepping up in the pocket, and then he held on a little bit too long. He gets dumped there by Devin Rush.
And really the mistake he made was he should have just stayed in the forward progress, because once he steps back, that's where his forward progress now begins.
Yeah. And sometimes you just got to get rid of the football if you can. Don't take the loss. But he's back to the 44-yard line. So it'll be second down and 16. There's jumping up front. They got big 70, Simeon Whitfield.
You know, I think the officials might have to wash their flags after today.
Boy, they've thrown them plenty here in the third for sure. There's the nice play right there.
That's a great catch.
Yeah. Second down and 11. They'll run the football. Here's James on the carry, and Going to get close to the original line of scrimmage.
I would run it again and then see if we want to punt. You want to run some time off the clock here.
It's going to be 3rd down and 10. And you also might think about putting it right back in the hands of Mason Meyer, and his ability to run and scramble with the football has been a huge key tonight. He will have Kobe James as his lone setback.
They're taking every second they can off the clock here.
Meyer to throw. This time has plenty of time.
He's got time.
Meyer, that deep drop once again, able to scramble out of trouble, tried to make the edge, and is brought down out of bounds by Devin Rush once again.
That's a defensive sack by the secondary.
Well, that's going to lose him, 3 yards?
The advantage of that, though, he stayed in bounds, and the clock is now running at 9:55 to play in the 4th quarter.
So now 4th down and about 13.
Sorry about that. You need a boot. You need a boot. Big boot.
Now Meyer will do this duty once again, standing now inside his own 35.
You go get this if you're Kokomo.
Oh, that
off
one.
the foot.
Shanked that one, but he gets a nice bounce. There will be a return across the 35. And on the return that time, Ben Carey. So it'll be 1st down Wildcats. And we're down to a final 9:27. Don't forget, stay connected to the game with the IndianaSRN sports page. Only all the scores and highlights of high school football and much more tomorrow morning, IndianaSRN sports page. Well, the Wildcats have been held to just 6 points tonight. They've just been their own worst enemy, especially on that last drive. We mentioned it already with the 3 holding penalties and 1 delay a game. That was all in 1 drive. And then they came up short on a potential 4th down and came up about a half a football short. So Luke Callaway, can he get things going offensively? And a whistle again.
I think this might be against Mount Vernon.
It is. 2nd time we've seen this penalty against Mount Vernon.
And it's on this defender here. He lined up off sides. If you are a JV parent, I think the Kokomo Mount Vernon game is down at Mount Vernon tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. If you would like to go and watch the Mount Vernon and the Kokomo JV teams at 10 o'clock. Is there a freshman game as well? Just a JV game at 10 o'clock.
So it'll be 1st down and 5. Marauders not lined up in the neutral zone this time. Here comes the blitz and a big-time hit.
Wow.
Ball is loose, and let me tell you, Callaway is hurt. He took a shot. Covenant beat Park Tudor 15-14 tonight.
What a game, huh?
Yeah. Callaway able to get to the sidelines.
He got back up.
He did. Well, boy, he took a shot.
You know, if that was me, I'd still be there. You have to call an ambulance.
Traction.
For months.
Yes. 2nd down and 16. They'll run the football, and, well, there's just not much
Nothing there.
On the stop that time for Mount Vernon, number 29, Dean Clarkson.
Time not the factor yet, do you think? I think he's still got plenty of time here.
You know, one thing about it, though, Mount Vernon gets it back. I don't think they'll be throwing the football. I think you can say it's pretty safe that Mason Meyer will be running a lot and handing off a lot.
Mason Meyer left, Mason Meyer right.
Yep.
Mason Meyer center.
3rd down and 14 for the Wildcats.
Oh,
and
no.
Timeout, Kokomo.
Oh.
So the Wildcats want to talk about it. 3rd down and 14, 8:26. Tonight's game brought to you by the grill that believes every family deserves first-class service. You can enjoy a meal served with care, comfort, and a smile. Now, we love our people at the grill.
Yes.
And by the way, Mount Vernon Brebeuf next week. And then Leo Bishop Chittard.
That's where we're going to be.
We're going to be there.
Yep.
And then Indian Creek and Heritage Christian.
Yep.
And Shortridge Covenant Christian. All 4 games on IndianaSRN.
It starts rolling heavy next week.
I was going to mention about the grill.
Yeah.
The only thing I notice on here is it never says anything about you taking the fine staff to the grill and you paying for it.
Well, no, I'm not going to pay for it, but I'll be more than happy to take you.
We know you generally don't pay for it.
What's their telephone number?
317-336-4700.
Ask for Robert. He's the man.
Okay. 3rd down. Here's Callaway. Over the middle and throws it out of the reach of his intended receiver. Intended for Green. But now it's going to be 4th down. I thought he had a little more time to throw that football, just set his feet. But a flag, by the way, believe it or not, is down.
There was a flag on the play.
I think if Callaway would set and get those feet set and throw instead of kind of throwing off balance, he might have a little more accuracy. Holding again. Wow. This time declined, but still, nonetheless.
Okay, let's do the math. They're going to get the Montgomery's going to get the ball. 40-second clock. You need 3 first downs to run this thing out.
The thing is, they may not, depending on where this kick is going to go, there's not a whole lot of room here. And they're going to get good field position. Low snap. Here comes the rush, and he gets it off, but barely. And that's a good roll there for the Wildcats.
That's my golf shot right there.
It is. The low snap from center has been a huge, huge detriment for the Wildcats here tonight. Now, I've listed Miguel Vega Mendoza as the center. I don't know if he was the long snapper or not. Number 65 there for the Wildcats, but that has been a tough area for the Wildcats. You think about the amount of holding penalties they've had, and even though the last one was declined, and then you throw in the low snap, I mean, Kokomo's got some issues up front. There you see the Wildcats sideline. So let's see what Mount Vernon does here with 8:11 remaining. And it will be Meyer in at quarterback, James the lone setback. And it will be Meyer on the keeper. Meyer trying to bounce to the outside, will go down across the 45 near the 46. But again, it's important now you stay in bounds and let that clock run.
Meyer with the keeper, picked up on 7. Wildcat tackle number 54, May.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 3. Meyer to throw, and it was almost picked off. It was knocked down by Hagan Smith. And if he catches that one, I'm not sure in a foot chase he would beat Meyer to the end zone, but that was nearly an interception. It would have been in the 3rd of the night for Meyer. Now I was a little surprised they threw right there. You had a 2nd down and 3. I'm not so sure I wouldn't have run the football again. Because now you stop the clock at 7:25, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. They have to get to the 50 for the first down. Meyer will hand it off, and it's going to be very close to the first down for Kobe James. The far side official marks it at the 50. The near side is at the 49. Let's see where they're going to put the football. They'll put it to the 50. I don't think the crowd really liked that.
And
spot right there.
Are they going to give him the first down?
Looks like it is a first down to me.
And now we may have another measurement. Is this our third measurement of the night?
I think it's 3 or 4. No, they're going to give him the first down.
They're going to give him the first down. Okay.
So first down.
Now, see, as a coach, though, you could ask for a measurement. Is that not correct?
If I am Kokomo?
Yes. I mean, that's pretty close. I would ask for a measurement.
Meyer will hand it off, and the run up the middle, and a good run here by Kobe James. Very close to the 40, and the looks like the outside official there is going to give him, nope, he's going to step back to the 41. So it's going to be a 9-yard pickup. Kobe James, a 6', 190-pound senior.
Score here would be huge.
They actually put that football closer to the 42 now, so it's going to be second down.
He rolled a little bit.
Second down and 8.
Play clock at 6.
James again on the carry, number 13 over the right side. This is a definite first down, close to the 35. Kokomo defense probably getting a little tired about now as well. That would be you right there getting up really slow.
James on the carry.
Devin Rush.
First down. Ben Carey and Devin Rush.
See that scroll right there?
Yes, sir.
These days we'll have your name on there.
Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
First down and 10 is Mount Vernon now using some valuable clock here in the fourth quarter. Meyer to throw. Here comes the pressure. Meyer gets rid of it. But boy, they were coming after him.
Got a flag.
By the way, that was Devin Rush, who was slow to get up on the last play, but looked like he was okay there.
I think we got a hold here against Mount Vernon.
Well, we've seen a bevy of penalties here in the second half. You know, in a lot of ways, this penalty isn't bad because you're going to get those 5 yards to work with to try to use a little more clock here.
I'm not second guessing the coaching staff here, but why are you throwing the ball?
I don't know. I thought they'd been able to run the football with James and with Meyer. Here is a big hit. And be careful you don't get a penalty here.
Oh, they're throwing flags.
Drew Hampton took the hit, and then they didn't hold up maybe a little. They should have held up a little quicker. Hear the whistle, back away. Hear the whistle, back away.
Penalty is unsportsmanlike conduct on the Wildcats.
Now, maybe they didn't do that at Howell High School when you played, but we do it that way in Kokomo, okay?
Well, you got to. Yeah, I think I agree. You have to play to the whistle, but he's still moving as well. You can't, I mean, if he's got to stop.
Yeah, but if he takes off and goes there, it doesn't matter because the whistle's already blown. But as a defense, once you hear that whistle, back away.
Okay.
Because again, he's not going to hurt anything. Once they hear the whistle, let him go, and then he can't go anywhere anyway. So, but all that did was end up hurting you by continually playing.
Now it's first down and 1.
It is. Mount Vernon will run the football again, this time on the carry, number 15, which is Zach Spalding, and a Kokomo player is down. You weren't planning on getting home anytime early tonight, were you?
No.
Mount Vernon, first down. Officials timeout.
Good enough for another first down.
My deadline for my articles for IndianaSRN.com sports page is at 2 this morning.
It's at 2 o'clock.
So I'm in good shape.
I was going to say you may not get home till about 2. See if we can run down some scores for you if they are updated. We say if. A lot of times we don't get them as quick as we would like them to be. But I want to give you some select scores if we have them. Speedway still leading Heritage Christian 19-5. Brebeuf and North Central, they got a shootout going. North Central leading Brebeuf 42-37 in the fourth quarter. Mentioned that Carmel Fishers game 47-0, the final. Carmel making a statement there, and 2 teams in the top 10 in 6A. Franklin Central wins at Plainfield 31-7. Lebanon and Pendleton Heights. How about this one? Pendleton wins that one 43-42. We're going to have Pendleton, I think.
Yes, we do.
Sometime
here,
down
up
the road.
here, when they come up here.
Guerin leading McCutcheon 22-14. There have been some high-scoring games around the state on our first night of high school football for sure. By the way, Ben Davis did beat Cathedral tonight 33-27.
Oh, that's a big upset.
Big win for Ben Davis. All right, after the injured player, 5:06 remaining. Meyer looking toward the sideline, and they were going to reset the
play clock.
Well, that just means that Meyer can run that clock down even more. Meyer, keeper, has blockers up the middle, able to sidestep a defender or two, and will go down. Got inside the 15 to near the 13-yard line.
Kokomo still has 2 timeouts left.
Well, the thing is, though, with the way their offense has struggled tonight, you almost have to keep them as long as you can here. Because if you get the football back, you are definitely going to need them.
Greenfield Central leads Alexandria 33-27 with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
3rd down and 4. And the handoff here for the Marauders, that will be Zach Spalding on the carry. And let's see if he's going to be close to the first down, and he is. Looks like he did get the first down. Well, you get in the end zone right here. It's not over yet, but you pretty much have sealed it in a lot of ways with the way that the Wildcats have struggled tonight on offense. One thing you see that Mount Vernon does, they bring Spalding, and then they also bring 49, which is Carson Patterson, and it gives them 2 blockers. And then there's a quick stop there of Spalding. That's 34, Stacy Rund. But if you lead with that bigger running back, let's say as a quarterback, Meyer decides to keep it himself, and he goes up the middle, you got 2 blockers in front of you. And that's been a success tonight for Mount Vernon in the running attack. And then you're hoping maybe those guys will collapse down on the inside and you go to the outside.
I have a question to ask you here. This is 2nd down. If you don't get in here, do you go for a field goal?
I would.
And risk the chance that it gets blocked?
You know, the thing is, I saw Braden Scott earlier kicking the football, and I thought he did a fine job, but he has not been thought about tonight. But we've got a timeout on the field.
Let's look at our games. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. I'm waiting.
I am too.
Okay. Anticipation. There we go. Indian Creek against Heritage Christian. That's next Friday night. 7 o'clock start. Brebeuf and Mount Vernon. That's a 7 o'clock start as well.
That is going to be a tough one for Mount Vernon.
especially the way they're
good.
competitive.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one. Shortridge, much improved. Ron Quall's back at the helm at Shortridge. Shortridge, Covenant Christian. They play a pretty tough schedule for 118.
They do.
And then we will be at Chittard. I have not seen Leo in about 3 years, so see how that will be. That's a new opponent for Chittard as well.
Well, they go to Lafayette Jeff and win tonight.
That's huge, isn't it?
That is big.
Isn't Lafayette Jeff ranked 1?
Some polls and some others, number 2.
Is Jeff 5A?
Yes.
Wow.
And they have a great offense. But Bishop Chittard able to go up there and get a win tonight. Meyer takes the direct snap. Meyer trying to get to the edge, will go out of bounds. See, now I'd rather it begin. I know your momentum's taking you that way, but I'd rather him cut back upfield and maybe stay in bounds.
That goes out of bounds.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 6, 7.
I think there's no doubt that number 5 is going to be your starting quarterback for the rest of the year.
Well, if not, we're not going to what?
We're not going
to fall for it, Mr. Kirschner.
Hand off up the middle once again. That'll be Zach Spalding, and
in for the
looks like
touchdown.
he's in for the touchdown. And by the way, an injured player there for Mount Vernon as Braden Robinson very slow to get up.
Zach Spalding with the 7-yard touchdown run for Mount Vernon.
So the score makes it 19-6. And once again, Zach Spalding, who is normally a wide receiver, able to run this one in for the score.
This might seal the deal for them.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough time for Kokomo now. I mean, you're still up 2 scores no matter whether he makes this or not. Keegan Rauch will come in to attempt the extra point, try to make it 20-6. They fake the snap to the long snapper, and they get it in for the score, and it will be the 2-point conversion by James Batiste. 2:19 remaining. Mount Vernon leads it 21-6.
Conversion run.
We'll get you the scoring coming up in just a couple of moments. Don't forget, every game, every highlight, and every week, we stream games live on IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. We mentioned we have the 4 games coming up next week. And, of course, we have college football beginning as well very soon here on IndianaSRN as part of the IHSAA. So after the Marauders went 0-10 last year, and Coach Kirschner coming back to take over this program, though they had some issues tonight, able to come here and pick up a road win, and for Mike Kirschner, it'll be his 166th win. There's the extra point, the snap to the up back. Once again, James Batiste, go ahead.
11 plays, 60 yards, 5 minutes, 52 seconds, time of possession. It is now time for the Morales report card. You ready?
Oh, you got a report card
Yeah,
now.
we got to do a report card.
I didn't know we had one of those.
Mount Vernon's offense, A, B, C, or D?
I'll give it a C.
Okay. Points scored, average or?
C.
Okay. And in penalties tonight?
B. Okay. That one kicked along the ground once again. One of the upbacks to the 45.
And who is our player of the game?
Well, I think that's. I don't think we need to even say much about that. It's got to be Mason Meyer, because Meyer is able to do it with his legs and with his arm tonight. was not scheduled to start according to the depth chart we got. It was going to be Dirks. Now, Dirks did play, but I think Meyer probably solidified himself as the starter for the third year in a row.
That is our Aspen Creek player of the game. I want to thank both athletic directors and administration of both schools. Our great host, Kokomo. A lot of fun tonight.
We always talk about the first game, and then this football season flies. Low snap again for Callaway, and that one's going to be caught. Great catch by number 84. That's going to be David Powell. And the ball looked like he was either going to drop it or is going to get picked off. So they put the football at the 49-yard line, and we're at 2:06 remaining. Second down. Trips left this time for this Wildcat offense. Callaway near side and threw it to the back shoulder. Ball will be caught. This time number 8, which is Tyrell Reed. Reed, a 5'9", 175-pound junior. First down, Wildcats. Under 2 minutes. Everything prevent defense now for Mount Vernon. You see they're only going to rush 2 defensive linemen. And before they can get the play off, a whistle will stop play, and it looks like this may...
An illegal substitution against Mount Vernon.
Yep, they didn't have enough men out there.
Well, the player went off the field and then came back during the snap.
Against Mount Vernon, encroachment.
So mark him 5 yards down to the 28-yard line.
Those mental errors kill you.
Yeah. Now, like I said, we can probably live with it tonight, but you won't probably live with it next week. And then every week that the season goes along,
you
got to get rid of it. Yeah. Well, the good thing about it, the film, that'll be dropped. Film doesn't lie, and so when you go back and show them the film on Saturday morning, that's the best teaching tool there is. We can show you exactly what you did wrong, and you need to correct this as a player. 1:29 remaining.
Final score, Greenfield Central 33, Alexandria 27. They ran out of time.
Well, Greenfield getting off to a win tonight is big for the Cougars. Here's a throw to the sideline. Ball caught into the end zone for the touchdown. Ben Carey, number 2, in for the score for the Wildcats. That makes it 21-12. Well, they're not done yet, are they?
No.
Well, I think here you're down by 9. I think you have to go for 2. Try to make it 7. But they're still a man short in their personnel as Miles Cunningham comes on the field, number 32. Let's see if they'll let Callaway try to get this one into the end zone, or will they run it with Dunn? It'll be Callaway to throw, and out of the reach of the intended receiver, which was 32, Miles Cunningham. So here's the score. That's a pretty good catch right there, and that throw in between 2 defenders.
Flags are on the field.
Got more flags. It was A.J. Crenshaw for Mount Vernon on coverage. See if this penalty will be on the kickoff. Whether with that rumbling sound you hear is Coach Myers putting his headphones back on.
Scoring drive, 6 plays. Did he say popcorn?
Yeah, he said you're going to get some more popcorn.
Well, they're out of it.
Oh.
6 plays, 55 yards. 55 yards and 56 seconds left. 56 seconds on the time of possession. I'm all messed up, aren't I? Free popcorn. You know, you can't beat free popcorn.
No. So it was a personal foul call there. Is that what that was?
Yes.
Corrected themselves against Kokomo.
So the personal foul was against the Wildcats, not the Marauders. Got to look at both huddles here as we see Coach Kirshner talking to his special teams unit. Minute 23 remaining. I don't think that the coach there for Kokomo is too pleased with that call. Problem is, it's going to take a lot here. I mean, if they would have gotten that 2-point conversion, I would have felt better about it. Odds were against you, but at least you have a chance here with the onside kick. You get it back, and the next thing you know, if you can score quickly, you might be able to even go for a win with another 2-point conversion attempt. Game is approaching the 3-hour mark.
It's game one. Game one.
Does that eliminate the 3-hour mark?
Yeah, I think we'll have some games less than 2 hours. I really do.
Oh. So we get paid back for this one?
No, we don't. What is it with you and pay? You don't even get paid this year. This is your option year, isn't it?
Is that what it's called? So in the option year, I don't get paid.
No, because your contract is up. The more you work, the better we will observe you, and we'll see what you know.
So you got to observe me first, huh?
Well, you know, the camera crew tonight got an A+. I tell you that much. They did really a good job. And I tell you what, whoever did our graphics back in the studio was on top of things today.
Yeah, I see that. 5 minute 23 remaining. Let's see if the Wildcats will set it up here for the onside kick. You know that
it's coming.
9 players up front there for Mount Vernon, all hands team. And immediately jumped on by B.J. Johnson. And he goes immediately to the ground. It'll be first down.
He might have hurt himself.
Well, his first thought was, I'm just going to get down on the ground and go from there.
Do you kneel here?
Does Kokomo have timeouts? They still have 2 remaining?
They have 2.
I'd make them burn them then. I'm not so sure that I would just kneel down, but I guarantee that I'm not throwing it anywhere close to throwing the football. You've got James at 190 pounds. He would be a hard player to bring down. We've already seen what Mason Myers been able to do running the football. So here comes the offensive unit, perhaps for the final time tonight. Looks like 15 is going to stay in Zach Spalding, so perhaps Kobe James done for the night. And they'll pitch it to Spalding. Spalding takes a hard hit. Big 70, one of those in there, Simeon Whitfield. Other player 32 slow to get up was Miles Cunningham. And there's your first timeout. Add him in at 14.
But they have 1 left.
Each team has 1 remaining.
When does the IndianaSRN poll come out? Tuesday?
Monday.
Monday?
We'll do it Monday afternoon.
You think Mount Vernon will get any votes?
Not yet. Hey, I'm not as easy to convince as some of these other pollsters. Mentioned Kokomo will be at Terre Haute South next week. That is a 7 o'clock kickoff time. Mount Vernon will be home for the next 3 weeks. They get Brebeuf, Greenfield, and New Pal.
Oh.
Once again, it'll be Spalding on the carry, and the final time out there for the Wildcats. Yeah, Mount Vernon's still got a tough schedule. I mean, Greenfield, that Brebeuf game will be tough. Greenfield very winnable there. But you get New Pal. We know what a machine they are. They go to Delton. They go to Pendleton. And you still have Garin and Yorktown at the end of the year. Southport sprinkled in there, one of the 6A, in fact, the only 6A team they have on their schedule. Mount Vernon wins this one tonight. Kokomo still leads the overall series 6-3. The last time these two teams played was back in 2014, in which Kokomo won the game 55-7. So no more timeouts remaining.
Well, if you kneel here, yeah, if you kneel here, you almost burned out the clock.
Yeah. Well, they run the football, and you can hear the Mount Vernon coaches just tell them to hold on to the football, though it did come loose. Looked like it was 15 once again on the carry, Zach Spalding. Fourth down and 7. And they'll run this thing down. They got 15. There's about a difference of what, 20 seconds. 22 seconds between the game clock and the play clock.
Now, this is deliberate.
Yeah. James Battie able to jump and get that clock running.
Against Mount Vernon.
Look at the play clock and look how much time was on the game clock.
Oh, yeah.
Game is over.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't start the clock.
Yeah, not on that penalty they didn't. Now they do. Well, we're going to go ahead and take the delay here. Five seconds remaining in this one. Let's see if they're going to just run this out here. I know that for Mount Vernon, it's nice to get that egg, that goose egg off their record from a year ago and open up with a win here tonight. We mentioned Kokomo will have to go to Terre Haute South next week.
That's a long road trip.
Try to work on, yeah, it is a little bit of a long trip, isn't it? They do make a lot of long road trips this year. Get time, we'll give you the numbers on our player of the game, Mason Meyer, before we head to the exits here tonight. Think about week 2 next week. Well, it's taken a long time to get this thing going, isn't it?
I don't understand why we reset the play clock to 24 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not either. But now we're going to run it down again, and nothing's happening.
Flag on the play. Delay game on Mount Vernon.
I don't understand.
Yeah, they still haven't. All I know is there's a lot of confusion going on down there.
Yeah, there is.
4th down and 18. A quick kick there by Meyer will go out of bounds, stopping the clock at 18 seconds.
I will tell you this. This is the best table we have had in the last 3 years. The comedy down the way is awesome. She's on her 9th Coca-Cola. Now, this is what I don't understand. Why are we not marking the ball at the 9? I'm confused, Troy.
We're going to do it over. We got a mulligan here. Well, now you got to start the clock, right?
Well, you have to because this is the longest 18 seconds I've seen in the history of the football.
Ever. This game it's not going to end. We're in the twilight zone. Still, it's going to be 1st down and 10, or is it 4th down?
Well, this is the 3rd time we played 4th down.
Oh, big hit. How about that on special teams? Big hit on the return. Looked like Ben Carey, number 2, was the guy who took the brunt of the hit. Well, the one thing about this now is this game's over. Now you got a player hurt for Mount Vernon.
That should never have got hurt.
No. That player down, number 10, James Battie.
He played some minutes tonight.
Well, and again, it is what it is from the standpoint of trying to figure this out toward the end, but you don't want to have a player get hurt. Perhaps, who knows, depending how serious the injury is, that you may lose him for the rest of the year. Who knows? You hate to see that happen. But that last series was about as bizarre as I've seen in a long time.
I clocked it 7 minutes to play 24 seconds. And he looks hurt.
Yeah, it's his right leg that he is favoring, as they will have to help him off the field. Are we paid by the hour?
What are you talking about?
Us? Are we paid by the hour?
Are we paid by the hour?
Yeah.
Who brought that up?
I thought you said this was such a great. I thought you said this was a great press box.
But I don't like her now. I'm not coming back.
Hey, and the next thing you know, you don't like him. 7 seconds remaining. See if this will be the final play of the game. Into the lineup now, it'll be Trey Gamble, the backup quarterback. Here is Story. Story across midfield, and it will go out of bounds, and the game is over. So after a bizarre ending to this one, the Marauders pull out the win, 21-12. All right, your final thoughts.
First game jitters, a little bit of confusion. I think good win to get a win out of here at Kokomo. Kokomo, great host. Can't wait till next week, see what we got next week.
All right, and of course next week we'll have 4 games on tap. You saw the schedule early. We will have all the scores on the sports page either later tonight or bright and early tomorrow morning. Your final score, Mount Vernon 21, Kokomo 12. Thanks to the entire crew. As always, great job. We'll see you next week right here on Indiana SRN.